The World War IV is going to be Australia versus Jesus.
Australia versus Jesus. No one else interferes. It's like a
No one can't.
It's a live like it's like a badminton feed. Jesus versus Australia. How you doing today?
Criminals versus angels.
Yeah.
The Australians got dirty pack tactics.
They got
gonna win.
They got disgusting animals in a weird building that looks like a bunch of dishes.
They got that one big rock.
Love it.
No, seems alright.
I'm all about it.
I hope it'll be good.
Trigger doesn't do bad anime. They have like
they've had some pretty big stinkers.
Name like 3.
Kisniver was pretty bad.
Kisniver was fine. That's your personal opinion.
Gridman
you're asking him his opinion.
Yeah, you're asking for my opinion. Gridman was boring up until the final fight. Like the final episode, it was pretty boring. That's just me though, and I like big mecha shit. Kill la Kill was good. I liked Kill la Kill, but the whole point of the show.
You and I did the same thing.
I was like,
I really liked Kill la Kill. It was great, but like,
say some dumb shit.
The whole thing was just an excuse for like skimpy character designs, in my opinion.
That's just
you could go the alternative argument and say that it's empowering women.
I'm not saying
clothes
I'm not
to
saying
make
the
them who they are.
I'm not saying it was a bad thing, because I still really like Kill la Kill.
Right, but
the writing was just kind of dumb, like the whole like life fiber alien
Trigger.
Things. They didn't do that in Panty and
Gurren
Stalking.
was dumb.
They didn't do that in Panty and Stalking.
Panty and Talk. What? That entire show is dumb.
The whole show
it was dumb, but there weren't aliens dumb.
There was angels and demons and poop monsters and sex.
Yeah, and it was funny. It was.
But there's no aliens.
It was a gag manga.
Oh, so that's the problem. Is that there has
was
to
a
be
gag
aliens.
manga.
Yeah.
Kill la Kill wasn't a gag like anime. It presented itself seriously, and they're like, "Oh, well, here's aliens. Take it seriously."
Gurren Lagann has aliens.
That's every
That's
Trigger
That's
anime.
because Gurren Lagann was crazy. Everybody knew it was crazy, and everybody was expecting aliens.
Well, Kill la Kill's the same way.
Well, Kill la Kill presented itself way
If
more
you had-
seriously.
Did it?
I think it did. It's definitely
Do
more
I have to
serious
show
than
you
Gurren.
the first episode where Gamagori is literally flying, like skydiving down a flight of stairs while the dude who stole the first
That's
Goku-
just cool. That's cool.
That's bullshit. That's funny bullshit.
It's funny, yeah, but it's still a lot
It's
more
not
serious than
sitting-
Gurren.
Isn't there like a whole nudist beach thing?
That's like
If
the
you tell me Nudist Beach is serious, I'm gonna get.
I didn't
real
say
fucking-
they were serious. That whole shit was a gag, of course. But it was. I feel like it was a lot more serious than Gurren.
No.
Because Gurren like it was immediately balls to the walls crazy. Kill la Kill took a while for it to get there,
No, it
and
didn't.
it got crazy. And the only like last couple episodes is when it got really crazy. I'm not saying I hated it. I like Kill la Kill.
No, I'm not saying that you don't. I'm arguing with you with the fact saying that it was more serious or not. Like literally, like within the first 5 episodes, there's a fight between Satsuki and Ryuko where they do a huge fight in the stadium, and it causes an explosion to an implosion to an explosion. Satsuki
That's just like visual
Satsuki
flair.
straight up chasses up a wall, moving at the speed of everything, and she kicks 50 million deaths down a hallway.
Maybe they're both really silly, but I just expected Gurren Lagann to be like really crazy. I didn't necessarily expect like Kill la Kill to get like space level crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's just
I think
me.
from what I'm hearing,
That's just a Trigger staple by that point.
yeah, what I'm hearing is
guess.
that Trigger is just has a somewhat similar
Yeah.
like comedy to not comedy ratio, and depending on like or
I watched Pro Mare and it was the same.
yeah.
Promare
I watched
is the
Promare.
same.
I still like Pro
Kisniver is literally the only one that was probably the most serious out of all the Trigger animes, and it didn't jump the fucking shark into space.
Caleb feels so left out.
Because
I'm
Darling
only
did
thinking
the
they're
same thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot Darling the
Darling
Frankenstein's
did
pretty
the
bad.
same fucking thing. And I'm waiting for Brand New Animals. I'm watching Brand New Animals. We haven't hit space yet, but it has that Trigger art style where it's slightly similar. There's absolutely racism, but we're not hitting end of Ava type shit yet.
Yeah.
So it just
Well, that was Gynax.
Gainax absorbed
Dudes-
into Trigger.
Well, no, dudes from Gainax went on to make Trigger.
Yeah.
Right. Still, like it's still the state because you could say Gunbuster's the same thing.
Yeah,
And Gunbuster is just Gurren.
a more serious Gurren.
Space.
Yeah, it's not more real robot, but it's definitely it takes itself a bit more seriously than Gurren.
My little chunky.
Damn.
Yeah. The chunky boy.
And that's anime, folks.
The last anime I watched was Terraform Mars.
'Cause-
And that's in space.
Damn it.
And I think that's something we can all appreciate.
I've never seen
No.
Terraform Mars.
I don't give a fuck about Bugman doing.
You
you
didn't like the giant roaches?
You don't like...
I didn't even give that fucking show the time of day.
You don't like Cockroach Obama?
No.
The first season was okay.
Barocho Mama.
And then the first episode of the second season made me stop watching anime for like 5 years.
It's Starship Troopers, but like.
But they're humanoids, yeah.
They're humanoids.
Yeah.
Starship
Basically
Troopers, but
it.
serious.
Still not gonna watch it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I heard Knights of Sidonia was getting a movie.
I watched the first episode and it almost made me throw up. I can't handle
I
that
think
animation.
Knights of
Was
Sidonia
it
was
really
one of
like-
those like first 3D Netflix animes.
Oh,
Besides, like, Ruby.
okay.
But Ruby's on Netflix.
Well, Ruby was made with like a specific type of engine,
Yeah.
and
It was originally made with like
That-
Miku Dance or something, right?
yeah, because that's how Monty did his shit.
Yeah.
But with but like Knights of Sidonia, it has like a weird art style where it's like Three Houses style fucking animation.
Oh,
where
I know what you're
where
talking
it
about.
looks like at first like the animation looks gorgeous, but it seems juddery as the shit's going on. That's what it looks like.
If you've. I don't know.
It's berserk.
If you guys watch the Dragon Prince by the.
I want to watch the Dragon Page because that's made by the same people who made Avatar.
Yeah.
Would you-
Also, Sokka voices character in it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Made by
But
the
yeah, that
Boondocks
show has
people?
the same type of animation where it's
Huh?
very
Made by the
juddery.
Boondocks?
2.5D
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
It's made by the people who made Avatar.
Yeah, the Boondocks. Like, I'm talking about the animators.
Did they make?
Yeah, the guys who animated Boondocks also animated.
Oh yeah,
Avatar.
I could see immediately when
Studio
I watched Avatar. I was like,
4
this looks like Boondocks.
There's a lot of Boondocks faces in Avatar.
Yeah, I noticed it immediately.
So, are we gonna get Grandpa versus Iroh at some point?
There was a fight that
Uncle
they
Ruckus.
copied that was like 1-to-1, like an
Zyro.
early like Orochimaru fight that was in Boondocks, and it was funny because it was like an old like black woman and like
Oh, that was season 3.
season. Yeah.
It was a Hateocracy. I just watched it. The Hateocracy versus the Freemans.
Something
And
like
there's
that, yeah.
literally the cutscene where Orochimaru
It's like a
is fighting
1-to-1
Sasuke
Orochimaru
in the
fight, yeah.
forest, where
It's
where
fucking great.
Orochimaru comes up and knees Sasuke in the face. This old black woman is talking shit to Riley and just knees his ass in the face. It is 1-for-1 same shot.
That's the funniest shit.
Some good stuff.
I want to see a fusion where it's like the story between Avatar Roku and Fire Lord Sozin, but Fire Lord Sozin is Uncle Ruckus.
Well, they're actually rebooting the Boondocks.
Oh, they're actually doing.
Oh, I thought they were
like,
getting a new season.
No, because
wasn't season 4 shitty?
season 4 was
Mind me, I've never watched like Boondocks in my life. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes.
well, the way that it works out is that so because all the controversy that the creator got for
Aaron Magruder.
for all the shit he was calling people out in that show and everything, like they had 2 specific episodes that they had banned, which was like one that was ripping on BET and one that was ripping on Tyler Perry.
Oh, is that? Soul Plane is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, the MLK one.
No, not the MLK one. And there's
Oh,
a
because he also rips on BET on that one.
No. It's like season 3 BET,
Ah.
where they make BET a huge evil corporate company. Like
Well, that's not wrong.
The main lady is just a black female Dr. Evil.
Okay.
Like, I'm not kidding. And then they did the episode where they make fun of Tyler Perry, and like it's like the cast that he has becomes a cult, but he only made this entire cast thing and was making all this money just so he could fuck dudes. And Tyler Perry got super offended by that and it's like, ban that shit.
They need
Good
like
ones.
yeah.
they need
My favorite episodes, the one where they go to R. Kelly's in trial for peeing on that girl.
That's the second episode.
Yeah, I love that episode. And then the one where Riley's the fundraiser.
Yes.
The fundraiser is
that
fucking
one was pretty
hilarious.
good. Yeah, I've been watching it recently because I had HBO Max. Because I have to stop everything within my power not to watch Hamilton again. I know what's happening.
Just do it.
Watch it again.
Just do it.
I don't want to ruin... My house will kill me.
Fuck them.
How many times have you watched it already?
once, but
Oh.
but it's like
It's there, right?
Caleb
it's-
watched Repo the Genetic Opera every day
Like,
for months.
No,
I'm not Caleb. I wouldn't subject that to people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fuck them.
That shit's etched into my brain now. That's a good like year of my life where we just watched it all the time.
Oh,
and
it
that's
was more
gone.
than that. It was more than that.
Could you,
Like
could
all
you
of
not
all
get
the
up
hours
and walk
combined.
away?
No,
No,
I didn't have a
because
car.
Chance loved the night surgeon.
Oh yeah, night surgery.
You literally walked to my house some days. You could have just left.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not mean. I'm not a bad person.
So
Yeah.
is Repo like the most watched movie you've ever seen in your life then?
Me? It's either Repo or A Beautiful Mind.
What a big
mine's
fucking-
Pokemon.
What a big fucking jump.
Mine's Pokemon the movie 2000.
Mine's Toy Story.
I couldn't tell you. Probably Scott Pilgrim, honestly.
Coraline.
Okay.
That's my favorite movie of all
Coraline.
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't watch a lot of movies, but that's like my favorite movie.
One of my favorites is definitely Treasure Planet.
Mm.
Always gonna.
Did you watch
Hold
Scott?
near.
Did you watch Scott Pilgrim the other day? After I told you to, they don't fucking blink. I watched it.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
They don't like.
We're gonna watch it on your birthday.
Every once in a while,
No.
somebody will like maybe blink like at the end of a take.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's terrible at it. But everybody else is like keeping their eyes open the entire time.
She's also terrible at not leaving her boyfriend for Ewan McGregor.
Get that Scotsman.
Get that Scottish cocksucker. Oh Christ, she's hot enough to do it though.
I feel like we've made that joke like twice on mic before.
I don't think we have.
Doesn't matter. Ewan McGregor's great.
Yeah.
I'd leave my boyfriend for Ewan McGregor.
I think Louis
Fuck.
C.K. he said he'd go gay for him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Obi-Wan.
General.
Yeah, he said he'd like come on his mustache or something.
Hello there.
Jesus.
Episode 3 of Star Wars is easily the best one because of all the memes it brought.
Oh shit. Sorry. My heart stopped for like a hot second when he said that.
Until he said
I'm about
because
to
of all
start
the
moving
memes.
shit out of the way and turning off the podcast so Caleb can start swinging.
My brain's turning off if we're talking
It's
about
up
Star
there
Wars.
for me.
I have to watch it at least once.
It's
a
not
year.
my it's not my favorite, but it's definitely like up there for sure.
Well, what would you rank the order of greatest Star Wars movie to shittiest? And you can leave out the sequel trilogies because they're probably not canon anymore.
Yeah. Oh
Empire
boy.
Strikes Back is the best.
I was gonna say
What do you mean that the sequels aren't?
they're
Yeah,
it's a rumor.
there's
Yeah.
a rumor that they're
Oh
gonna,
yeah, that's right.
Are they gonna do the series you like?
I hope so.
Controversial. The Last Jedi was my second favorite. Because
Bold.
because
Very
of this,
bold.
I did this thing where
Sorry.
I took every single part where Finn and Rose go and do like whatever, and just fucking cut it out, and just left the movie about Rey and Kylo, and it was great.
Oh man, he did the Phantom edit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like if you just edit out everything with Finn and Rose, the movie is actually really good.
It sucks because when watching it, I could definitely tell there was like a decent, like at some point there was a really decent movie there,
Yeah.
but like it just something
And-
happened along the way where they had to, I don't know, but
I like the idea of trying to like subvert the usual tropes of Star Wars.
that was cool. But then you just do stupid shit like killing off this character they just introduced.
Is it the one with General Tumblr?
General
Yeah.
Holdo? Yeah. There's a point when you subvert things too much to the point where it's just like, okay, well then this is just dumb. This is really stupid.
Admiral Holdo.
Yeah,
Admiral-
Admiral Holdo.
Sorry,
okay.
Admiral Twitter.
No, she left her home planet because she didn't like how they did things there, and she dyed her hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
Twitter.
Uh,
They left the Midwest to go to LA and
Hey,
they
the
dyed their
Midwest is
hair.
comfy. Fuck LA. Fuck that. I'd rather live in Ohio.
Caleb, how you doing, buddy?
Anyways, what was the
I'm
list?
confused.
Anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
we're ranking Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Probably realistically, A New Hope is second.
Okay.
It's also respectable.
Yeah.
I'm looking for your eyebrows to raise. I
And
wanna
then
raise.
I'm thinking this is where Revenge of the Sith for me is like number 3. I fucking love that movie.
Revenge of the Sith is pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
definitely like number 2 for me.
I was gonna say
Like,
Revenge of the Sith is number 2 for me, with New Hope being number 3.
You know what I need to do? I need to watch Star Wars with you.
Yeah.
With me?
We
Or
should
with
watch
someone
them
who knows a lot about it.
Either of us two.
Honestly, I would.
Just watch
We'd
out
have to
loud.
watch it twice because I don't know how many you've seen.
None of them.
Okay, yeah. So
None
that-
of them in full other than the new one.
Well, we saw the new ones. You saw all the
Yeah,
new ones in
that's not the
theaters.
new one.
okay, yeah. So we'd have to watch the
Yeah.
first 6, and I wouldn't say a word because I just want you to watch the movie. And then we'd watch the first 6 again, and
I'll
then I
just
would
see
talk
you, like-
the whole time.
Like, creaming yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
And then I'd make you play KOTOR, and then KOTOR 2, and
He
then I'll
won't play KOTOR.
and then I'll point out the line in KOTOR 2 that shits on Jango Fett.
So I know so little.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the whole game. Just he's gonna fuck up at some point.
So how little I know of Star Wars, I don't know who that is. So,
Okay, there you go.
Other
That's
than
Boba T's son.
He's the clone
Boba
troopers.
Tea?
He is what.
Yeah,
they're
Boba
cloned.
Tea.
okay.
Oh, I love that guy.
He's the Maori like blueprint.
Maori?
Maori
Yeah.
Oh
blueprint.
yeah, Temra Morthen.
Oh jeez. So Caleb,
Hey,
Hey, welcome back.
thanks. It's been a
And
while.
Parker.
We should do like when we're editing,
We
we
should do
do like a
intros.
commercial break in between those two.
Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves.
no,
It's fine.
because I always do it without you guys knowing. You guys see it going, and then.
All right, what's your name?
Me?
I'm Parker.
Yeah. Ryan.
I'm Spartacus.
All right, let's fucking move on.
Hey, what's your name though? You always figure it yourself.
Chance. There we go.
Okay.
I don't like saying my name.
Biggest testiculus. Okay.
Biggest testiculus.
Oh,
I'll
Lord.
take that.
I saw a clip at one of the.
No wait, X wanted to say something.
I didn't have anything.
Mine will take.
okay.
Mine will take that 5
I was
seconds.
trying to kill silence.
Okay.
I saw a clip. It wasn't the audio. It was just like the video of just someone going up to one of like the riot police during the protests, and they were saying something, and the officer was trying so hard not to laugh, like, and then you just see like his like one of the like his boss like walk behind him and just look at him, and he's just like.
Got a stone face it.
Yeah, people were calling him the modern day biggest dickus.
Oh
Did you
Lord.
ever hear how they did that? They hired a bunch of actors and they told them, "We're not going to pay you if you laugh during this scene." So it's just a bunch of people who are trying so hard not to laugh because they want to get paid.
The ones that laughed, did they actually not get paid? Or?
Yeah, they didn't get paid.
Oh shit! That's even funnier. Something to discuss. My character in
Oh my God! I don't want to
Annihilation
talk
got
about
fucking
it, bro.
disintegrated.
I feel
They
like he did that on purpose because we weren't paying attention.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you died on your phone.
Yeah, no, I was talking to someone else.
He weren't you the only one paying attention at the time that it was all going down?
For the most part, I was.
I heard him say
Mine was-
disintegrate, and I was like,
No, because like
didn't
no one
hear
else
that.
is seeing
I
that.
didn't
But yeah, but
hear
if
that.
he says the word disintegrate and you look up like that means you weren't paying
No.
attention.
I was halfway, and then I was full. No, for context, audience.
The second, like Derek said, like your character's now disintegrated into a pile of dust. I felt like Jesus at the Last Supper. Like I was sitting there, like, telling me, like you're gonna die in 3 days. I was like, oh shit.
So for context, audience, we're playing Tomb of Annihilation, unrecorded. We've been doing that for a while now. It's going slowly, and
God, is it going slowly?
my character is a Goliath who had like a Thanos type Infinity Gauntlet, and that gave him magic powers that were given to him by giants that want to summon their god.
Legitimately wasn't thinking about Thanos when I gave him that
Really
idea.
wasn't.
I wasn't. That was not my
Chance gave
intention.
that mostly
He's
that.
not.
I am not-
He's not purple and thick.
And yeah, and
I am not a
He's thick.
crook.
He's slim thick.
And then the people of the giants who like put the glove on me, I escaped, but they tracked me down, and then it was all my fault basically because cloud giants have this had like a magic thing and could use disintegrate, and it killed Chance's character.
Rest in peace.
And then they cut off my my big gauntlet arm, so I'm
I'm still trying to figure out
stumpy.
how the fuckers found us. That's something that I
My thing's probably
the
like a
gauntlet
GTS
probably has like a
or
probably
GPS.
Like GTS.
GTS.
global trading station.
Yeah. We can get
I thought you said
Pokemon later.
BTS at first.
BTS?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, because it was like we woke up, we saw the giant with his ass face towards us.
That was a distraction from the
Right,
fracture.
and then I go outside and I
See,
hide,
I used like a,
and then just bam, fucking like another
we
super
got
huge
fireball.
giant.
And then, like,
immediately.
gorilla-
Yeah,
things?
fucking gorillas.
Some
were
weird
shooting
gorillas, yeah.
magic and shit at people.
We were fighting undead.
We let loose like we were in like a
I think
Lehman's.
there were some.
Ryan's
We were
character let
slashing
loose a
up some
Lehman's and
zombies.
immediately fucking fireball right
But
in the middle of
no,
our
that's
group.
after. Or the zombies were before.
Yeah.
I'm talking about after that, where like we came out of the tiny bomb shelter, and then we see fat giant, and then bam, poof, another giant.
Why were there gorillas with the giant?
They were using like
They had to have been using like the sky self or some
Yeah,
I
shit.
think they were like
some-
like weird giant druids or something.
some
They
weird
were,
shit. Yeah.
Like wild shaping or
But they didn't
polymorphic.
trick-
They weren't
back
riot
when we
shaping
killed
because
one.
when they were using the potion, they were going all the way up here to
Okay.
pour the potion in their mouth.
Well, if they
yeah.
can cast spells while wild shaped, then they're like level
They're like
20.
yeah, they're a high level
Yeah.
fucking
I
druid.
mean, we
yeah.
did lose, so they could have been.
Yeah.
I honestly think it was just a sky self or
I
something.
think it
Maybe.
was this guy's self too.
Yeah.
They're Goliaths.
Yeah, they're Goliaths.
But yeah, it was like some fucked up shit because like
I got knocked out first too. I was the first one to knock down.
You're a druid,
Yeah.
so you don't have a lot of health.
I had nowhere else to run. They all had ranged spells. I had to stay
You were a druid during that one shot where you
the
died.
first one, yeah.
Where you got knocked out by gorillas, actually.
Yeah. My second druid death.
Oh yeah, the first ever 5e game we played was Parker DMing.
The
Yeah.
first one, though, it's because I picked up something that Parker was explicitly was like, don't pick it up.
And my character did too.
And the first time when his character picked it up, his character
Wait,
turned
it was the two of you and then like an NPC.
Yeah, it was a wand that it was a wand that would polymorph this NPC back to an elf, and I had described it as cracking and breaking because it had been used in a way that it wasn't supposed to be used. And Chance was like, "All right, I'm going to turn it back," and I was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
No, so first his character was like, I'm going
My
to try to
character.
use it. Ryan uses it. Ryan's character uses it. Turns into a gibbering mouther.
At this point, I back out of the room.
Yeah, and then so Chance is like,
Fuck
"I'm
it.
gonna do it."
Fuck it. And then I get like fucking exploded.
You get obliterated,
Oh,
I wasn't dusted. My guts painted the walls. Is what the.
hot.
and then the NPC did it and also turned into a gibbering mouther. And at that point,
And he had to kill two of them.
yeah, at that point, I decided not to touch the wand.
I think you guys told me this story.
This
That
was,
was his very first use
It's
of the
Alonzius.
That was Beta Aloysius
Yeah,
Alonso.
Beta Aloysius.
He's still alive.
Yeah, so another thing that happened in the story was that he lost his magic supply because
Yeah,
he was a
Lance.
wizard.
6
Like
levels of
Goliath.
magic down the drain.
And the gauntlet was his spell book, and they cut that shit off. And now he's just like a level 1 monk.
He's essentially dead.
So
Yeah.
what would happen? It was like a big ass iron gauntlet with like a hatch that would open, and I could slot scrolls in, and that would like be my spells for my spell book.
It's like at the bank.
Were you
where
watching
put your-
Boruto?
No, I was just legit. I legit was just thinking of cool
Dude,
ways
that's
as like a spell book. I was thinking like a common writer type thing.
And the
That's
thing is,
pretty cool.
it was instead of because it says in the player's handbook that all magic is written in Draconic. Like all magic spells are just written in Draconic when you write them down in your book. And I was like, well, my character is like a giant. I want to know if it would be cool if they could do it like I'm writing in giant.
Look,
and,
because they
like-
have the runes of power.
Yeah,
for rune-
exactly. So like I kind of made that work, and then I pick my spells for the day by slotting the scrolls out of each spell into my gauntlet and closing the hatch, and then it powers up, and then I can shoot magic out of it.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
so don't tell me if you've already figured it out.
I figured out what I want to do. I
Okay.
shouldn't have told you, because it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, like don't tell me because at the end of that session, like
I know about
my
that,
character
so.
is like a dude that they hired, so I'm kind of like a bodyguard. I'm obviously not doing a really good job at it, so so I had to go to his character. I'm like, bro, right now you're dead weight, so you need to figure out what you want to do, or you got to go the fuck on. It's like we can get somebody to take you back to town, and he chose to stay with us. And like halfway through the week, or I gave him a weapon. I gave him my sun sword, and I gave him one of my guns.
He's
And-
playing a
Gunslinger.
Yeah. And halfway through the week, he's all like, "What are the stats on a gun?" So I'm like, "Okay, he's gonna follow the way of the gun." He's like, "No, I'm thinking about using it as a monk weapon." I'm like, "What?"
It's a ranged weapon. It's a ranged weapon. Kensei allow you to use allow you to use ranged weapons as monk weapons.
Really?
Yeah.
You can choose like one range and one melee weapon.
Does it
from
make you
any weapon.
proficient?
Yes, it becomes a monk weapon for you if you're a Kensei monk. That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Well, since
Wait,
you're
is
level
that-
1, the damage is 1d4.
It can't be two-handed, or no, it's unarmed, right?
Monk weapons have their own damage die in your
Yeah, they
table.
do.
So it'd be 1d4 if it's a monk weapon.
Well, that's only if it's like your fists.
But wait, would
If
he
you're
be
using-
shooting the gun or would he be throwing the gun?
Well, yeah, because I think you can use the regular weapon stats and then use the thing as a monk weapon later because you can have
Like you make a monk weapon attack or something.
yeah.
With your bows or something.
If you're doing monk attacks if you're like a gun monk, are you
It's
basically doing
gun
gun kata?
Yeah.
Kinda.
I
Hell
have
yeah.
one arm though.
No, see, they're in the Eberron books. They have like limbs, like
Yeah.
artificial limbs. We'll just go to Dong Jingbom, like, yo, you got some
Dude,
shit from
that is,
Eberron?
we
Got an arm?
literally just
We're,
got
like,
to our
As
destination.
far as
Yeah,
we
I
can.
know.
and that took us like a week just to get
Someone
there.
died
It'll be-
getting
it'll
there.
be-
Yeah.
It'll be a while before
When we fight
get
Rosna Sea, we're gonna find like a snake and just stick the snake in my like wound and I'll
No,
have a
because
snake
we
hand.
already know that you have problems with snakes going down already.
Oh yeah, so
No,
yeah.
Is Indiana Jones?
There was a part where we had to ingest a snake in order to there was some weird puzzle shit, and a part was
Did
letting
you
a
eat
snake.
a snake?
We had to
hole.
let the snake like go down our throats and shit.
And then
so
it
we
made,
could do
it made
this
us all wiggly like
And
snakes
Leonis
so we
is
could
the-
pass through something.
My character Leonis is
That's
the
a
only
horror
one
story.
who couldn't like deep throat the snake properly.
He wasn't gay enough to actually proceed in the story.
Someone hasn't been reaching very far back when they brush their teeth.
You gotta train
I,
up.
as a turtle, was able to like dislocate my jaw and just fucking.
Are you a turtle?
Yeah, I was.
Was
a turtle. Yeah,
That was
I
Ash.
or are you 100% sticking with?
So when you
so
disintegrated,
okay.
was your shell left and just
No,
your body?
my shell's not magic. Well, like my whole character's backstory was he was kind of magical because he was like renting himself out as a figurehead for different ships. He'd sit at what?
Okay, continue.
He'd sit at the front of ships and he would like help calm like seawater and shit, or, like waters and shit and
Like he was strapped to like the front of a boat?
no, he would just meditate at the front, like at the bow of the. Is that the front? I don't know things about boats.
At the bow, yeah.
I'd sit at the bow and my character would get into this trance. He'd have like
You'd meditate.
he'd have like a little sea, like a little colony, like sea fishes like swimming around and shit, and shit would float and it was cool. But
And he had like a coral beard. He was cool.
yeah,
So here I
cool
thought
beard.
you meant like a priest or like a political figure when you said figurehead.
No.
But you're just like taped to the front of a
A
boat.
literal figurehead.
You're taped to the front of the boat,
No.
stopping waves.
A figure turtle.
Yeah, yesterday I was like I got off early. I was at home. I was kind of like getting shit ready and whatnot. And I sat there and I just got really angry because we weren't gonna play this week, and I did not like the fact that we had such like a huge thing happen to the group, and now we have to wait a week, and I have to sit here and just like think about what's gonna happen next because we have Andrew's character who's a goddamn Yanti pureblood, and I don't
half
trust
evil, half evil.
and my character does not trust her whatsoever. But after his character died, she threw a fit and was trying to 1v1 the giant. It was
When
some crazy shit.
When his character first was introduced, she didn't have any weapons, so I was like, "Here, take my scimitar." So now she's using my scimitar
After he's dead.
after I died.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh fuck, it's even.
And your magic item stayed, so I have his Robo
He's
Stars
got my
on.
robe of stars now. So.
I have his hat.
It's my cloak covering my stump, the Robo Stars now.
I like how you guys say that. You say it like it's a Robitussin. Robostars.
Robo Stars.
Robe of stars. Because there was a little running joke where I'd ask everyone, like, y'all got a robe of stars?
At every
Like-
shop ever.
Like 5 sessions.
At one point,
And
Derek just
Derek-
got fed up.
Derek didn't even know what it was at first because he thought it was like a robe that gave you wishes or something. I'm like, no, it just allows you
Did
to
you
cast
get
level
the
7.
Robo Stars from the Naga or was it Epithemos?
No, it was
the Naga.
The Naga was like,
So it's also my understanding that you voluntarily cut off your arm, right?
Yeah, well, basically, I didn't think we were gonna win the fight, and they were like, if I take the gauntlet, or the giant said, I'll cut your arm and take the gauntlet, and I'll leave you guys alone. And I was like,
fuck it.
Is the gauntlet like fused to your hand?
yeah, I couldn't take it off.
Oh, okay.
Like it was a curse and a blessing at the same time, and
Okay.
and Leonis is kind of just like, well, because he didn't want to be a wizard. He was level 1 monk
Yeah.
before any of this happened, and basically forced to study magic because if he didn't cast spells out of it every day, it would kill him. This
Oh,
thing.
okay.
And he was like the only one in like the village he had like that he was living in that this worked on him. Like he had innate magic, I guess, or something, or just an knack for it.
Giant magic.
So he was basically forced to become a wizard, and now he doesn't have to anymore. So he can do his martial stuff that he wanted to do at the beginning of his life.
It's freeing in a way.
It would be
Right.
cool if he like retained some of his magic powers, and you could have him cast like Mage Hand, but
Oh.
have it be like his actual hand.
I had
Oh.
plenty different ideas. I was thinking, once we're done with Roz and the Sea, we'd go get some, like, extra...
Get some ice cream or something.
yeah. What was it, platinum or
Adamantium.
Yeah.
adamantium?
Oh, I'm so
charge that,
fucking excited for that!
Somehow
Oh my
charge
God.
that shit with magic, and that's his new magic arm. But
Oh yeah,
no.
yeah. He has like an adamantium thing waiting for him.
I've got an adamantium plate body being made, and like Derek was like, "This is basically going to be done after we finish Tube," and I was like, "Okay, I'll take it into the next campaign I bring Arrakis into." I'll just,
Which is
If he
every
doesn't
campaign.
die.
if he doesn't die, oh god, if he dies, I'm just gonna stop playing D&D. I'm
If
telling you right now.
Spothy dies, I'm going to be
I
really
thought you
fucking
said.
pissed.
Oh, never mind. I will leave the hidden machinations of your character a secret.
So yeah, the gauntlet, even if it's severed from him, it still affected him. So he still has some stuff in him.
I basically kind of gave Ryan, like, I didn't give him the idea. I, like, kind of was like, hey, I think this would be cool for his character. Because the whole thing is like an allusion to, like, the original Kamen Rider backstory, taken in by a shady organization, modified against his will. Now he uses this shit for justice.
Yeah, justice.
That was just me.
Justice.
And Leonis is also
Justice.
44 years old and bald. Oh, he's bald, obviously.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore. But
Well, no, he is again
He is
because you
again.
shaved all your shit
yeah, I
off.
did. I shaved my shit off like Aang.
I tell you,
Picturing
wait, I thought you kept the
Goliath with
beard.
hair is weird.
Yeah, he had blonde.
Yeah.
He had blonde, wavy hair at one point.
I don't know why it was blonde.
Because I put on like a belt of dwarven kind or something.
No, you didn't. It
Are
was
you
like,
doing
no,
like the
Empathema
canon?
was like, here's
Oh.
hair.
Huh?
Are you doing like the canon where they're like looking like Kratos? They're all gray.
No,
and
he has no
stuff?
tattoos. He's gray though.
Okay.
I pictured him looking like his dad, like Dave.
Yeah, my dad. I guess censor my dad's name.
Huh?
I guess censor my dad's name now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. We'll censor with the Caleb is a poo poo baby.
Why you guys only exclusively do that with me? I feel
but-
I feel like profiled.
Yeah, but he's like 44 years
Big
old,
stud.
and he just like hates. He's just like, I'm too tired for all this shit all the time.
So I told him that's what my character's trying to tell you. He was like, dude, you're 44. Now, obviously, not
Go be a
saying
family
anything.
man.
Yeah, like, go be a family man. We just lost our like 106-year-old
Oh, yeah.
portal.
32.
Sneak peek. If on the boat, I'll just say at this point in the game, you would have heard him like. Okay, I'll just say when he saw Rasmus die, he would have said "not again."
Ah,
So
I already
there's
said
something to
that.
Well, yeah. We both. Okay.
Well, that's the
That's
second time
stealing my
Maracus lost the.
What I'm saying is that
Was it-
Landis
was it
has some
Frank?
history with people dying.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Around him.
to be
I
fair,
feel like everyone does.
all of our characters
Literally all of us.
probably do, except for maybe V and Zora.
What I'm saying is there's
Yeah.
a reason he hasn't found love yet, and he's not a family man.
Well, I mean, if you can't take down snakes.
I just hope that
He's a straight gray male. Okay.
my character won't be like, because Zoswathi can't like he's just a regular like, samurai and shit. I hope he doesn't get like held back by just being a normal fighter. Because everybody else can do all these cool like magic shit.
Yeah,
and all
we're
he
low on
does is-
casters now.
Yeah.
Because Leonis
Well,
is.
yeah.
We just
I
lost-
tried making a pact. It's not going as fast as I thought it would.
Our only
What level
caster
warlock are you?
is.
One, because we haven't leveled up yet.
Okay, yeah.
Our only caster
Do you guys
is.
get experience, or does he do like
He-
Like feats or some shit.
Milestones?
Yeah,
Milestones.
milestones.
I like milestones.
But I feel like we
Tracking all that's too much.
we've had at least 2 sessions since we've gotten off of quarantine.
Yes.
Yeah, and then before that, we didn't level up till like session 4. Or
We
some
leveled up
shit.
after we killed
We
the red
leveled up
dragon.
after we killed the red dragon,
that's
and
it.
we haven't. We only fought like maybe 2 things after that.
what level did you guys start at?
5.
5. We leveled up at the Naga, then we leveled up at the Dragon.
Yeah.
I think in the DM, it's like your first 5 levels that you leveling up like every session, and then after that, it really starts to
Spread out.
Like spread out. Yeah.
dilate, I guess.
Yeah.
I like that word.
I also realized as I was because I was bored and I don't want to play anything right now because nothing interests me. I was
High five.
yeah. I was watching Critical Role and I was going to bed last night and I was watching the first campaign, and I was hearing about Percy using the pepper box. I'm like, what the fuck is the pepper box? The
like a
pepper
shotgun,
box.
right?
The pepper box is the gun I should have made instead of Violet
Oh.
because it has 6 shots instead of just fucking 4. So I sat there. I was like,
There's
looking-
no other advantage, or there's no advantage Violet has.
Violet is a magical +1 to hit,
Oh.
+1 to damage.
Hey, that's good for overcoming things that have like
Vi-
resistance.
Violet's busted, man. And I didn't realize it, but I didn't use its special ability all last session because I forgot about the 3 charges that give me an auto crit.
Yep.
I also forgot that the Robe of Stars allows you to step into the ethereal plane for a while. So
Yeah.
I could have done that and healed myself in there.
Well, we've been playing a lot of one-shots before that.
Yeah.
So we don't remember everything our fucking characters do.
My character could have survived. Is what I'm saying. That was just my fault. Well, no, but he still would have had to disintegrate. He would have killed someone else.
Would it have been a reaction for you to do that, though?
I think it was an action.
I don't know.
Yeah,
either,
you
so
wouldn't
I can
get
look it
it.
up.
No,
Right.
I would not have been able to do that.
But Boros season 2 is
I want
fucking
it.
awesome.
I want it.
I'm like I already know that Koresh is gonna end up as like I want him to do like a Master Chief thing where he goes back into like forest stasis. That's already what I'm planning.
At the end of Oros or like during season 2?
At the end of Koresh's story arc.
Okay. So, Caleb, this is something I've been wanting to talk to you about now that we're on Voros. You've been playing Maracas for so long now. And every one shot we've done, you've played a melee character.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're going to be able to go back to Adagio?
It's going to be difficult. Gameplay wise, it's fine. It's the role playing aspect that's going to bother me because I've been playing fucking idiots for a couple
Boisterous
like
assholes.
loud jackasses for a couple months, and Adagio was not that. So-
Adagio was like You, kind of.
Yeah. That's my self insert that I don't like.
Derek's character was like that too. Smelting Ball. He said
Melting Ball is arrogant.
Well, he said he was.
And that's why he's dead.
Well, no, he's dead.
He's dead
we were
because we
dumb.
left him there.
Yeah, we were fucking dumb.
We don't talk about that.
They abandoned their friend.
I just
Not
fight,
intentionally.
To fight a high-ranking demon.
We abandoned our friend after saying we shouldn't abandon him.
we got to like an obvious boss room that had like a portal in the middle, and I forgot who stepped in first, but I just followed.
We threw the jar.
Yeah,
with
we had
the
a jar with
bug
a gold
in there. And then that came back to bite me in the ass physically later.
Literally.
And I think I want to say it was you. No, it was Adagio that went in first, and then it was you, and then I was last. Even though I know I was the one that said we shouldn't leave him alone.
And then Derek's character
Smelting tried to walk through, but
it closed off.
barrier.
Yeah.
Is Smelting Ball the pragmatic one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stopped after like 2 times. I felt bad.
Actually, you guys don't even know he's dead. Your characters don't. Know
Yeah, we don't.
We technically don't know his character's dead. Yeah.
I'm a Roxanot, never gonna know. He's stuck in the fucking abyss.
Yeah, you're like, who's that?
Yeah.
We're gonna fight him again.
Oh yeah, and then there was that big reveal for Adagio's backstory that only Smelting Ball knew. Now he's dead.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck.
Oh shit.
I forgot because you had like tiefling horns.
Yeah.
Little growing out, the little spectral ones, right?
Yeah. Fuck.
The
We'll
Smelting
probably
Ball
figure
did.
that out.
I'm actually a tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, I remember.
I made Koresh because I heard there was a robot race.
Has it
and I
really
was
been
like,
that
cool
long
robot.
since you guys started the campaign? That was years ago.
That was 2018.
Yeah.
When we were still living in Ryan's parents' house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The basement.
I just remember hearing about the tiefling horns while I'm sitting at James's computer.
What were you playing?
Probably Overwatch.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, we bought totally accurate battle simulator.
That's pretty.
It's
fun.
really fun, actually.
Yeah. It's like
Zeus is overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the
Zeus and Death.
balloon archers are pretty good.
The balloon archers are.
I'm
pretty
out of the
fucking
loop
great.
because I have no idea what the fuck that is.
It's like you know, Totally Accurate Battlegrounds.
Nope.
It's PUBG but with like funny noodle dudes.
It's really silly.
Okay.
It's like silly
Oh,
PUBG,
Jesus.
and then Tabs is like that, but like more of like a
It's like a Fire Emblem
like a
almost.
tactical kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You place like your units, and each unit has it has a cost, and you have a specific cost you have to follow and shit. And there are different factions, like the Asian faction, Wild West.
The Asian faction.
That's what it is.
It's called Dynasty.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
called
funny.
Dynasty. Wild West, Ancient,
Vikings.
shit like
Caveman.
that, Caveman.
I think it's really weird that people reference that now as like a Fire Emblem type game and not a Final Fantasy Tactics.
Like, yeah, it's
type
like-
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Final Fantasy Tactics really is.
Well, Fire Emblem started like late '80s. Started on the NES, like
Yeah.
really, really, really early on. So you could say that Tactics is a Final
Fire
Fantasy
Emblem,
or
yeah.
Fire Emblem clone.
Well,
Technically,
Fire Emblem's still going on.
yeah.
That's the thing.
We haven't had a Tactics game in years.
Unfortunately.
So Parker, you've got like 50 licenses now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I am
Yeah.
licensed to drive Class A commercial motor
Big
vehicles.
ass trucks.
My
big
dad did
rigs.
the same thing recently, and I think he did it way faster than he did.
Did he go into school?
Yeah.
Where's he at school at?
Not
It's
anymore.
done, it's done now.
Yeah, he's
a garbage man now.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
good. They make buco bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Recycling.
Yeah, they make a lot of money. But you have to do like a dump truck class for that.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't drive them if I wanted to.
Dump truck.
That's probably why it took more time than you did.
Yeah, mine. I was only supposed to be like 4 weeks, but it ended up being closer to 2 months.
Isn't it true if you fail, or if you get one thing wrong on like naming parts of the truck, you like,
Yeah,
you're
so
done?
I actually failed. I took the test 3 times. Failed the first 2 times. The first time, I went through the whole pre-trip part, naming all the parts of the truck, and then doing the in-cab part. And when you test your brakes, you have to pull forward, and you have to check your mirrors, honk your horn. And I figured that's a safety thing, so if you forget to do it, it's an automatic failure. So I forgot to do it, and I was like, please. I was like, it's all right with you, I'm going to restart the test. And she was like, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead, restart it. So I had to do the whole thing again, and I skipped one part, and I failed. And
If you fuck up, do they tell you immediately, or do they tell you at the end of the
I'll
test?
tell you at the end of the test.
Oh.
So I got all the way through. She was like,
Fuck you.
and she was like, combined, you passed the test. And I was like, and she goes, but you skipped this thing the second time around. And she goes, and for what it's worth, not forgetting to check your mirrors and honk your horn is only a point. You don't fail it. You don't fail the test. And I was like, no,
Fuck.
shit. And then the second time around, the testing thing. Where are we?
It's like right up there, right?
Yes, literally
Yeah.
right over there.
Yeah.
Or sorry, yeah, right up
It's
the
up the hill, yeah.
Yeah.
So that light on just down the road. This is second to last light, and when you have a low range of gears and a high range, and so you have to flip it up and down this little switch to switch between the two. So when you stop, you're usually in a high gear. So then you have to flip it down and put it in a low gear so you can take off. And I forgot to put it down. So when I went to take off, I thought I was taking off in third gear, but I was taking off in eighth. And
I don't know what cars work. What would that
and
do?
the truck just completely died in the middle of the road.
Yeah, like fucking.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I was. And then same lady tested me all 3 times. She told me it was like, oh, you were a minute away from passing, and I was like, Cheryl, why would you say that?
Yeah, manual's weird. I can't like.
Truck manual's very different than a car, because like car, you have to like build speed to gain gears, and trucks you really don't have to do that.
You just do that whenever.
You get up to a certain RPM, and then you shift gears to you build gears to gain speed. Like it's when you shift gears, especially higher ones, the truck literally just goes and you fly back.
Here's something that I kind of want to discuss. Chris Chan.
Okay.
I was rewatching the whole documentary series because I had it in the background while I was like doing my bug only run of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and like that's just like it's just really fucking interesting, like his whole like story and shit. It's
What's he up to now?
He thinks there's a dimensional merge where like real life is gonna merge with like
OCs.
Quickville and like all like original characters and shit are gonna be real.
All of them.
And yeah, it's pretty.
Astonish you gonna be the apex predator.
It's pretty like sad because like early Chris Chan felt to me like it was a lot nicer because it was just there was a set, there were set like characters, you know, there was Chris Chan himself, the main character, and then there were the villains, and they would just go about this like a whole like TV show, and now it's just like sadder and sadder. In some of the recent episodes, like his dad was like dying, and he's like in his room shouting about like these trolls, and like, oh, here are your pictures, you damn dirty trolls, and he's like really like shouting, and you could hear his dad like moaning and dying in the background, and it's like it's sad, honestly.
Selling his dad's
I mean, it's
collection.
always been sad what like
Yeah.
the internet decided to do to a random human being.
I don't even. The internet, you know, was a huge part of it, but I think most of it was his parents, because his parents didn't put him in any sort of like mental health like program when he was a
His
kid.
parents didn't make him shove shit up his ass.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
like didn't like
But
catfish the dude mercilessly.
they could have gone up there to tell him like, look, we hear you making loud noises. What the hell's going on? And they could have stopped that, but no, they didn't.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of points where they could have interfered and been like, hey, stop this, but they didn't.
They don't understand what the internet was because the reason he's autistic is probably because they had him when they were like 40.
Yeah, they had him when they were really old.
Like super old. Like it's almost a miracle that he was born at all.
Chris Chan, like he was born and that was it. His life was like over. Like that's honestly the saddest shit. But it's like it truly was. If he was given up to better parents like early on, I definitely think he would have had a normal life.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily. It's not necessarily the reason, because I'm the youngest. My parents were both in their like mid to late 40s when they had me. I'm not super autistic.
No, I'm not
No, that
saying
doesn't mean
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
are.
be
Super autistic.
Only on Saturdays, Parker. Damn.
That doesn't mean you're autistic. It's just it
doesn't
brings with it
equal that, yeah.
a slew of like mental issues, and it is like a real thing.
It's
Oh,
a high-
I have a slew of mental issues. I just have them better under control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having kids when you're older is fine. It just
there is a
greatly
risk.
Also, what
increases
about, like-
the risk.
Yeah, there's
of
a
something
risk.
going wrong.
Also,
And
one
Chris
of his
Chan
dad's
had was a result of the risk.
Yeah.
one of his dad's like other kids was autistic too, and autism gets passed down through the male side. So
Is that a thing?
yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I wonder if any of my dad's side had autism.
I was telling Caleb the other day.
Dad just has autism.
Probably.
I was telling Caleb the other day that my son, like, he copies, like, the words my wife says, but he just, like, absorbs and captures my essence through, like, osmosis. He just drains my essence from me.
So the son will become the father.
Yeah.
Soul
Is he
steal.
gonna have to fight you when he turns 18?
Yeah, when he sits in my lap, I can just feel him just, like, draining me.
Did you ever ask your dad about that shit I saw the other day?
Oh, I completely fucking forgot about it.
Yeah, I saw his dad sweeping up broken glass in front of a collision glass repair place. And that was
one of his
I-
jobs.
No, the building was fine. I think a pane like fell off his truck.
Huh.
I was cracking up because I was like, what are the odds that this residential glass guy is sweeping glass in front of a collision auto glass place?
You were cracking up while he was sweeping up cracked glass.
Yeah. He looked pissed too, so I'm pretty sure like
Some
one
shit
of his
probably
guys didn't secure it properly.
Yeah.
And that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
I thought he retired.
No, not yet. He's
He's
not.
not-
He's
he's
not
not-
old enough.
He's
Why
never
is he
going to retire.
No,
No,
he
he's-
loves to work.
He's not. He's definitely winding down. He doesn't work as much as he used to.
Yeah.
He's being like office, right?
He's like bored at work now.
Yeah.
Management.
He's bored at work now because he's the
All his underlings do
he's
his
the
work
boss.
for him.
He's got underlings that send him out. Go get it done.
I hit his warehouse with a rock when I was at the school.
Oh yeah, because the driving school's right there.
The driving school's right there, and there's
I thought you just picked up a rock and just fucking.
you need 70+ hours of like observation,
Mhm.
and you don't observe anything. Like you can't go on drives because of like,
You can't.
well, you can, but like,
There's not like any passenger seats.
yeah,
for
there's
you,
not
so-
any passenger seats, so you can't just sit on the bed. So like when people leave, you're just kind of standing around. So I would throw rocks, and
So he actually did throw a rock.
yeah, well, I was trying to hit something else, and I just smacked your dad's warehouse. And I was like, oh, I hope nobody heard that.
The funniest fucking thing when my dad used to take me to his work in the summertime when I was younger because I was like young and shit. He
I know
wouldn't
what you're
trust me
gonna
being home.
talk about.
And I would pick up rocks, and like there was another business at the very far end of the lot. I would aim at their fucking cars and just throw rocks at them, and like eventually like I hit like a car, and there was like a big there was like a big hole in the thing, and like in the wintertime, my dad he like did like a donut near them
Yeah.
because it was all like icy and shit. And the guy came out, he's like, "You're doing donuts, you're hitting my fucking car windows and shit." And in my head, I was like, "Oh fuck, that was me."
Did you
That
like?
was me being an idiot.
You used to like jerk off on your like in like the office? Or
Yeah, I
something?
used to jerk off on my dad's computer.
Chances jerked off in every room he's ever been
You
in.
gotta christen places that are comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, all right, I'm gonna be here often. I gotta make this like as comfortable as I
I gotta make it my domain.
And like every time I'd go there subsequently, there'd be like I would always notice there was still a tiny little like cum stain at the bottom of his chair.
I don't want to fucking know that, dude.
You know those bathrooms at the old Fastenal warehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there too.
Yeah.
I would
God.
I would sit on the floor fucking like legs out and do it.
It's so
Like I'd be so fucking no.
That's
See,
so
it was
gross.
disgusting.
Those things
It was
are
disgusting, but
disgusting.
it was at that point where I just didn't give a shit, and I was like, I don't care.
Chance,
anymore.
I'm surprised you were able to do it at the school bathrooms.
I would do it in the
That place
school
is
bathroom.
nasty.
Ah!
School's a different story.
See?
Oh, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, there was one time when I was sitting down to go take a shit, and I swear to God, I turned around, there was like cum in the seat. I got up and I couldn't shit anymore for the rest of the day.
We were in drama class one day,
Yeah, I said cum.
and I went to pee in the urinal, and I looked over at the little divider, and there was just literal just semen dripping down it. And I ran out into the theater, and I was like, "There's cum on the walls! There's cum on the walls!"
Sometimes like with
plus
a lot of
performance.
like moisture that like falls down from the ceilings and shit, it looks like dried cum.
I don't think this
No,
is right.
I know it was legit. Like a kid confessed to it from the early
Oh.
time. Yeah.
Why was he doing it in the fucking urinal?
It wasn't. He didn't even get it in the urinal. He turned it to the right and just like shot the wall.
It's like
To be fair,
trying to
those-
make a cave painting.
To be fair, those theater bathrooms were better than the rest of the bathrooms in the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's only like 20 people a day who were using it.
Oh, okay. So there was.
Well, if there was semen on it, it wasn't really that much better.
At the college,
That's right.
at the college, you could just like walk through the offices, and I would always poop in the staff bathroom because it was so great. And so I would go there all the time.
The bathrooms in my college at Clover Park were not great unless you were, because I would go to work after school at the student government place and work there, and the bathrooms there behind everyone, like the only student government can get, was really superb.
Damn, we got those elitist bathrooms.
I did.
When I was my last job when I was working in downtown Tacoma, I had to survey the like this big like fancy hotel, and they had a really really nice bathroom there. Like the faucets didn't have like the top was like wasn't closed. It was like flowing down and shit. So like I would always make up excuses, be like, hey, can I use the bathroom? I gotta go in here, yada yada yada, just so I can use their nice ass bathroom. Because all the other bathrooms were fucking shitty ass, like run down McDonald's bathrooms that some dude died in like 2 weeks ago.
You jack
So
off of
the
that one, too?
excuse you
No,
made
not that
to
one.
use the bathroom was to ask them if you could use the
No, I
bathroom.
had like actually. I had actual excuses. I was like, hey, I need to check around the building, but first let me use your bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the bathroom cast.
Yeah.
Hearing a
Now
lot more
secrets out.
shit than I want to.
When I was
God.
delivering mail, there's no bathrooms for you.
Yeah.
So like
Will
sometimes
they not allow you to like go to like a Safeway just to take a shit?
some stores will. Like some of the Jack in the Boxes were like, no, you gotta buy stuff. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah. So, but like sometimes I would knock on doors and I'd be like, "Hi, Allison, I really need to pee."
Well, you delivered my mail for a good while now, so here you go. Oh yeah.
Oh, so you're not doing the mail thing anymore?
No, because so how that works, like you start off as like a city carrier assistant, making $17.59, and then you get a raise. So I was making $18.59, and you have to wait a couple years before you get your own route. And when you get your own route, you get a huge pay increase, but they don't want you to work overtime, and they don't let you work overtime. They don't let you work Sundays, or anything else. So a lot of the carriers, all the carriers told me that when you get your own route, you end up losing like $600 to $800 a month from overtime, and that moving up the pay scale to get back to where you were, it takes like 3 years.
Oh,
So I was like, I'm not gonna be working 5 years just to make the same money I'm making now.
Right.
Yeah, so that's when I decided to go to the school.
Okay.
But yeah, so I left the post office when my school started, and I total. I worked at the smoke shop for a bit in the mornings until they wanted me to switch shifts back to night, and then I left that.
Okay.
Just did school. So now I'm looking for jobs again.
Sure.
But the job market is a lot easier if you have
A CDL.
a CDL.
Credentials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can drive boats. Wait,
Yeah,
if you could drive tankers, and then if you can drive boats, can you drive naval liquid transportation?
Tank boats.
What?
Driving trucks is actually a lot like driving a really big boat. Like, cause the trailer drifts a lot like a boat would. But so whenever I've done an interview or people are like, well, you have no experience, so why should we hire you? And I was like, I drive a lot of different things. I drove
You
really
get
big forklifts and boats.
If you got your pilot's license, you get land, sea, and air. You can start your own like business.
No, you get the Omni license.
Yeah, the Omni license.
I want to get my pilot's license so bad, but it's like $15,000.
Yeah, it's a lot. Of fucking
And then
money
you have
for
to
those
pay
people.
for it any hours after that.
Mhm.
I also want a motorcycle. I need all the endorsements I can get.
Yeah, the Omni
Just to
license.
say I have them at this time.
It's like getting all the stars on your Pokemon trainer card.
Yeah.
You take like 3 years.
But-
like,
but
oh,
worth something.
Here are all your licenses. Oh, here's this.
I'm the most valuable in an apocalypse.
Yeah,
Drive anything.
Yeah.
Under duress, I'm sure someone could figure out how to start a boat.
in a Mad Max apocalypse.
If I was in the Matrix and I come across a motorcycle or something, I wouldn't even need to have them like upload data into my brain. I just
You
like,
just
I
do
know
it.
how to do it.
Oh,
But I bet it's like a drug, so you might want to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Get extra knowledge. Oh, kung fu.
The secret.
The secret of Cyrus. That's old school.
Yeah.
it's like that guy I showed you. Why did I forget his name? The one that was talking about like meth.
John Mac.
Yeah, John McAfee.
Just 2 strokes? Or 4 strokes?
No, different guy.
Just two
Oh wait,
strikes,
John
all right.
McAfee. Yeah. That dude's a fucking madman.
Did I show you that, or did you show
Yeah,
me
you
that?
showed me that.
Yeah, just two strokes.
two strokes.
All tight.
Smoke a little meth.
No. One of them showed the 4 strokes, and then you showed the Tom Segura thing, where he's like, "Hey, you want to fuck me? You want to
Yeah.
fuck me?" He's like, wearing
Yeah.
a fake mustache. He's like, "You want to fuck me in the ass?"
Yeah. I remember that. He's like, "Want to fuck me in the ass?" Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
remember that.
You don't remember that?
That was
guy?
the second video on that.
It was a guy like sitting there just like on his phone, and like with a low angle, and
The boomer angle.
yeah, it's super meth head dude. He's like, "You guys want to fuck me? You want to fuck me in the ass?"
No, that was Tom Segura.
That wasn't Tom Segura.
I swear to God, that was Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Or Tom Segura just ugly.
It was Tom Segura. No, yeah, I think Tom Segura's just ugly.
There was a crazy like druggie out behind 7-Eleven the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Like
That's what they spawn.
yeah, he was looking at this house, but he was like looking upwards at the sky, and he kept saying some shit about like Australia technology.
Yeah.
And Jesus. And I was like, oh boy,
Bro,
that's
He's on to something.
That's some
I'm starting
good,
to
like-
think that like those super heavy drug users are seeing shit like
no.
are
So
more in tune with life than
Steve-O
we are.
said that. Steve-O
That's
said
exactly
like you can
it. They're
actually like
Because
there's shit
I've seen a couple like, and they
go
may
to
be
the spirit
fake,
world.
but like the shit that they said is like hey man, the TV's talking to me. It's letting me know that Jesus and the rebellion are going to come and ravage the earth and protect us all. It's like, that's a little too detailed for the TV telling you some shit, my dude.
Let's be completely fucking honest. They're just fucking like insane because of the drugs. But like some of the shit, like the dude was saying, I don't even remember. He said like Australia, technology. It was fucking weird.
Australia is hiding technology from Jesus.
From Jesus, yeah.
From Jesus.
The World War IV is going to be Australia versus Jesus.
Australia versus Jesus. No one else interferes. It's like a
No one can't.
It's a live like it's like a badminton feed. Jesus versus Australia. How you doing today?
Criminals versus angels.
Yeah.
The Australians got dirty pack tactics.
They got
They're gonna win.
They got disgusting animals in a weird building that looks like a bunch of dishes.
They got that one big rock.
They've got
that they all
forests
worship.
covered in spiders' webs.
Yeah. They've got they got kangaroos, the big fucking ripped kangaroos.
Oh yeah, no, that's their front line.
Those are the
Kick a hole through.
That's their cavalry.
No, they got the emu cavalry.
Yeah.
They got their asses handed to
That's how Jesus is going to win the war. He's going to convince the emu to join his side.
Remember when they fucked you up years ago? Here's your chance to get back.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
I got like a muscle cramp going on like right under the rib. It won't let me sit down.
You need to remove a rib or something?
Yeah, probably,
Marilyn,
but I don't want no bitch coming out.
Marilyn,
Go stretch.
Huh?
I was going to say
That's
Marilyn
right.
Manson, but...
Oh, yeah, you could suck your own dick if you got your ribs removed.
You can do that without that.
That was never... Like,
Experience.
Yeah.
That was never, like, confirmed.
Well, that was like 16.
No, it was never denied either.
That's one of those things that everybody knows. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's heard about that. Marilyn Manson removed her rib to
Suck his own dick.
Watch that be like some like Mandela effect or some shit. And it's just everybody's heard it, but it's not actually true.
He was like, yeah, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
It's called a myth, Xavier.
Here are my medical records?
I know the
I know. I
Mandela
know.
effect.
Yeah.
I think a certain time has to have passed before it's a myth. It's an urban legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till I see that man suck his own dick.
Marilyn
A myth is
Manson's
like-
a fucking legend.
This is gonna, like 3,000 years from now, it's gonna be a myth. Now it's still just an urban legend.
The
You're gonna-
tales of Manson.
You ever wonder, like in 3,000 years, if humanity is still around, what figures that are alive right now are going to become gods?
Oh, that'll be fucking great.
Bieber is definitely going to be on there.
Oh, no.
Bieber? No.
Yeah.
He's
Bieber's gonna fade into obscurity.
already-
He's
He's
already
already
fading
fading.
from obscurity.
No, but
Yeah.
everyone remembers the classic like old school bowl cut Bieber.
Everyone who's
Yeah.
alive. The real test is to remember them once that generation's dead.
I wonder. I do. That is interesting to think about. Like who like would like survive the like generational gap. Like,
Okay,
their
but
stories.
who? You then at that point you have to think about who. If they died right now, would you be really fucking surprised if they died? Like Kobe Bryant was.
Yeah,
one,
that one.
Yeah.
Where I
Kobe
was like,
Bryant
oh
for
my
sure.
god. So like Kobe Bryant was one of those guys who's probably going to be like remembered for.
Can I say
forever.
something? I didn't know who that was.
It's fine. But you know, people go Kobe.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the thing.
Jeff.
I was
Yeah.
like, I saw his face. And I was like, oh, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know people. I don't watch the news or like
You think
watch
Keanu
movies.
Reeves because of Reddit?
He's immortal,
gonna
dude.
be
He's gonna be there till the end of
Yeah,
time.
Keanu Reeves is like the classic example of like a D&D god, where like enough people are putting their faith in him, so he's just like, he's
Bro,
just like a
he
sentient-
gains immortality.
They're all
the more- where's the
Kurotoa
more
to
power?
his Blibdopol.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I feel like if Tom Brady died, people would be really upset.
We're happy.
People
Or
don't care.
happy.
Yeah, people would be happy. People don't care about Tom Brady anymore.
It'll be a lot of sports athletes. Sports athletes.
Sports athletes.
Like
yeah.
everybody would be
Michael
happy except for like that team's state. Like everybody wouldn't care because Tom Brady's part of the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
So it
No. Isn't he didn't he move?
Yeah, he's
Buccaneers, right?
now he's part of the Bucks.
What?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Him
now.
and Gronk.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I thought Gronk was in wrestling now.
Who let that happen? They're gonna let the Buccaneers cheat now.
I bet you the Buccaneers spent their whole year's budget on
He's
Gronk and Brady.
Tom Brady's already getting a lot of shit because you're not supposed to be having practices.
Uh-huh.
But he said, fuck that. And he's holding his own personal practices with the team.
Oh,
at his
As long as they're like
Jeez.
staying far away from each
As long
other.
as they don't touch each other.
It's
Yeah.
a contact sport.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna look up best known celebrities in 2020 and see if I find
You
anything
like
that
Mario.
really-
Mario's gonna be remembered for generations.
What's the
The singer?
criteria for that?
That one?
No, not the singer. The video game character. I'm
I-
telling you, in 3,000 years, video game characters are gonna be gods.
Certain
Oh,
ones.
it's already
Mario
a
for
thing.
sure is an icon.
Mario for
Yeah,
sure.
everyone's
is
gonna know
definitely
what
an icon.
Beyonce was. I feel like.
Oh god damn it, you're right.
Or
in
The Rock.
3,000 years?
Oh, 3,000. Maybe The Rock.
What was the time frame?
What's the time
What's the time frame?
Yeah,
Because that matters. What's the time? Like the distance between
Are you
now?
looking at me? I can't tell you the glare of the glasses.
I'm looking at both of you.
Because I think you're the one who set it up.
No,
No, it was
he's,
Caleb.
he's,
Oh, it's
it was
Caleb?
Caleb. Caleb,
Okay.
what years? Like from
Caleb,
from
what fucking
now
years?
to like when? Are
Do they
we-
become a god or do they stop being a myth?
where that they'll be remembered?
Johnny Depp's
As
pretty
a god.
mythical.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not like some Gilgamesh shit where we had tons
No.
of stories, but it's like fucking huge.
Chris Chan.
No,
Chris Chan.
no, it won't.
Well, I mean,
No, only mouth breathers.
No, see, Christian is gonna. Something's gonna happen, and the dimensional merge is gonna be right. And he's gonna ascend into an actual
If
goddess.
he's right,
Maybe
if
Talos.
he's fucking right,
Oh, that's right.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I remember.
Let's-
I'll
let's
bow,
just say-
I'll convert.
let's just say this. Let's just say this. It only took Jesus 3 years.
That's right.
So I don't think time has anything to do with it.
Christian
It's whether or not
only,
people
like,
want to believe.
I want to say people were more
Chris Chan.
likely to believe shit back then.
Yeah. Well,
compared to now. Okay, you're right, but people are also not gonna like take shit lying down with sense.
Fuck, I'd worship Christian
With
if it turns out that it
sense.
was real.
They'll do it without sense.
There you go.
And they'll fight back. They don't know what they're fighting back for,
Well,
but they'll do it.
if someone like Jesus came today and was like, "I'm the Son of God," people would be like,
Fuck you.
"Fucking show me, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
and,
sure didn't
because
happen,
we got-
and
motherfucker.
he's like, "No, you have to believe it because that's
Because
what my
back
dad
then-
The last time I believed something, I had to start paying child support.
Because
Yeah.
back then in fucking Jesus times, they had nothing. Everything they saw was like their world. They couldn't like see what some other dude on the other far side of the fucking country was doing.
Yeah.
So they like
They got porn and cheese. It's all good.
They
if
couldn't-
they saw
they
some
couldn't
dude
see
magically
that-
lift a stick, they're like, oh, well, he's
They
a
couldn't
god.
see that a bajillion other cultures had a Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their own Jesus like
That's
figure.
my favorite thing, because like,
Jackie Chan.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jackie Chan. Will,
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan will never end.
Is it atheists that don't believe in anything, or is that agnostic?
Agnostic is that you
Atheists
there
don't
might
believe
be.
in anything. Agnostics acknowledge the existence of something,
Of like a
Atheists
higher
look at
power?
monkeys
Yeah.
and be like, my ancestors.
but they don't commit
Right.
to any
So,
one
like,
religion.
I'm strictly atheist. I don't care about evolution or shit like that. But I like studying like mythology.
So agnostic? Or yeah.
I study mythology. I don't believe that any of
Okay.
it existed.
Okay.
But so my favorite thing is when I find somebody that is a preacher of God and they try and throw that in my face. I'm like, did you know that Jesus is the same as Balder, Horus, this? Like,
Yeah.
no, Jesus came. It's like, nah, bro. Like, over here is where this was, and he has a ton of similarities to Jesus. What now? And they look at me and they're like,
Well, if you say it's a ton of similarities to Jesus in 2,000 years before Jesus.
yeah, exactly.
You say
pagan, not real, pagan.
Buddha, Brahma.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but
Oh,
Christianity.
India doesn't
like,
matter.
Christianity or Catholicism in general is just
Sense
a
of
bunch
it.
of fucking bullies, where they beat on a whole bunch of other like religions,
Well, so are a lot of other religions too.
not to the
Well, my-
effectiveness of Christianity.
My spiritual strategy is to find every religion that is like, yeah, it's okay to believe in different gods, and then follow as many of those religions as possible to maximize my chances of getting into heaven.
You're playing the long con.
It's basically just like avoid monotheistic religions and you're golden.
Fucking Parker dies. He goes up to heaven. He's chosen the right routes, but it's like you can either go to heaven or you can go to Valhalla. Which one you choosing?
you gotta like, you
Nirvana.
gotta like say a question in that language and you're like, fuck, I didn't study. Shit.
It's like, yeah, you gotta go here, and you're reincarnated as a rich guy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but a lot of gods are so niche where it's like, welcome to corn heaven.
Welcome to corn.
We got all the corn you
Like
ever
as
need.
No, there's
gods.
no, there's corn heaven with a C, and then there's corn heaven but with a K.
Oh no.
It's just, but it's not heaven. It's down here.
It's Freak on a Leash on loop.
Welcome to corn heaven. We got yellow dent. We got purple corn. We got
Sweet white.
sweet white corn. We got popcorn.
We've got creamed corn.
You know, if I went to corn heaven, I'd be fine with it because at least I'm not like
You get no
getting
nutrition.
tortured for the rest of
You
my
got
life.
corn. You don't
Yeah,
need
you don't
it.
need nutrition. Yeah,
You got corn fritters.
you got corn. Yeah, corn fritters. That's
Cornbread.
good.
No, I
You got
won't-
cornbread.
Cornbread.
I think as a grain, corn heaven would, since it's a grain, corn heaven would be pretty great.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
like-
I can do it.
but like-
barley heaven. I don't want to think about barley heaven.
Or like pea heaven. Or
What
like,
kind of pea?
I was gonna say which one.
Well,
What kind of pea we talking?
what
R.
religion?
Kelly greets you at the gates.
Jesus
Or
Christ.
Kelly and Lady Gaga.
That'd be
Okay.
pretty great though.
Broccoli heaven.
Get the creator of the only great hip opera.
Yeah, hey, Hamilton's pretty good.
Hamilton is fucking dope.
I won't watch any more
Musicals.
musical after fucking Caleb ruined me with Repo.
Yeah, back to this, huh?
Yeah,
I fucking hate musicals. It's all your fault.
I just can't watch them anymore.
Okay.
Repo
I was like,
ruined
okay,
me.
I don't get the whole.
I'll watch musicals with you, Caleb.
Someone.
I was like, I don't get the whole breaking the song thing because it takes me out of the
It's an
story.
album.
It breaks the narrative diegesis as
And then I watched Repo and I was like,
You're
okay,
using
I
words
think I
like
get
3
it.
million
And I
years
fucking
above our
hate
like
it.
fucking vocabulary.
It's just an album with
With a
like
story.
a visual attached to it.
Yeah.
It's no different
like-
than a music video. Or even, you like Daft Punk,
Sure.
they did a whole album that's essentially, that could be a stage play.
But like, they're not like, it's not corny. Like most plays are to me.
And if you listen to the songs, like if you listen to Discovery by itself, it doesn't sound like they can all fit together. They all have their distinct like song ID, I guess. They
They're
all
not-
sound like
They're not like singing like
distinct on their own.
in
well,
music
that's my biggest problem with Hamilton because I actually like really love like rap music and stuff, but every character who has a song has like the same flow. Like we're
mediocre.
I know it's a hip hop.
Also, it's probably written by the same group of
It's
people.
because it's all written by one guy.
Yeah, or one guy.
So which is
Lin-Manuel
impressive in
In itself, yeah.
But
What is he playing? Then?
like my
Yeah,
problem is that everybody
Ooh.
would have like a different way of like expressing themselves musically. Not like so much like it's very homogenized, which is fine.
What I was gonna say is, music videos I like, I'll say this, are either a band, like it just shows a band on like a area playing their music and that's it, or it's a whole narrative story that doesn't involve them actually singing the words of the music. So like, and a play or a musical is like in the middle, and it's weird
So
to me.
you like early aughts, swish the hair back and forth, like screamo bands, or just an actual story?
Well,
Because every music video is literally either the band plays or they're doing a story, or on
Yeah.
a rare occasion, it's an animated segment.
Or it's
option
Linkin
four,
Park
just-
the end, and it's like they have some weird shitty green screen going in the background, and they're just like
They're
rapping
in like
over
a
like a
they're in like a
desert
tower or
apocalypse.
some
Yeah.
shit. It's like fucking Destiny's Child or some shit.
aren't like Juggalo music videos like really weird? Like, they'll just have like a green screen of like
Fucking
cigarettes.
magnets. Out of that word.
Rap music
Fucking
is
miracles.
different because rap music is how close can I get my face to this lens.
Yeah,
Bone
it's
Thugs got
that,
the camera down on the ground and shit.
it's that, and like a lot of people like walking funny.
Yeah, it's like every two weeks somebody has to come up with a new dance, or all people that are in rap will just die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
I
like music videos
If
like
one
the Turbo
person
Killer
doesn't
music
hit the
video.
woe properly, it just energy just siphons.
The main thing is I just don't like music videos in general, but if I watch them, they'll be those two. And what I'm saying is that musicals are like in the middle, where they're doing an action, saying the story itself instead of
Yeah.
music.
Instead of
Like
expressing
it's a
it,
mix of
like,
acting
with
and
dialogue.
like it's a mix of actual like speaking and singing at the same time, and it's just so weird to me. I don't like it. It's so corny. It's like I don't.
It's just, the
I
whole
never
thing
grew
is
up
just
with
it's corny. Yeah, I totally
And
agree with that.
as a super musical fan in high school, I was like trying to think of like a way musicals could have songs that were like relevant to a plot,
Mhm.
and the only one I could think of was that a disease has like hit the world, and how it kills you is that it forces you to break out into song and dance, and at the
Okay.
end of that song you die.
I mean, you're close.
sounds like
They did
a-
have one of those where people were just dancing for like a whole day.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
remember
It'd be
if that
good for like
was
a
a gift or
jukebox
not.
musical.
Yeah, so like it's the story of a bunch of people trying to find a cure, and so like you would just have crowds of people just dying in the musical, but
That sounds pretty grim.
Is it like
Yeah.
kind of thing where like they have to keep singing or they'll die, so they keep going and going and going until they like.
No, as soon
it's
as
just
they
sing
finish
the
their song,
they
they
have
die.
a song and then they die.
Okay.
Ah.
So I was just gonna call it flash mob.
Here's
Yeah.
my ensemble piece. Pfft, dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there goes the whole ensemble. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Just oh shit.
Well, I'm dead. It's my
At
music
end of
fan.
the day, Caleb, I can at least give musicals a chance.
Okay.
I won't
Hamilton was a good start. It set a precedent, and I probably won't find anything like it.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, I'll
That's
give
it.
it a try.
no, it's too late.
It's good that
Watch
you
Repo.
set the greatest musical ever as a bar for what you want to watch in musicals.
Isn't Les Mis like the best one?
Hamilton is the one that has won the most awards of anything.
I've only
'Cause it's
barely heard
more-
about it.
more
Les
like
Mis was
modern one
everywhere.
that kinda like
Yeah, it
really
was
resonates
everywhere.
with
It
crowds
was,
and
they
shit.
made a movie, but
I've only
I
heard
guess-
you two talk about it.
What, Les Mis or Hamilton?
That one.
Well, Hamilton came out like what 4 years ago? Or
Yeah, it came out a while ago.
5 years ago, and it just popped up again, which is like.
Yeah, why is it popping up again? Did it just come on
Well,
Netflix or some shit?
it was
Disney
for
Plus.
it was Disney Plus. It was
Disney.
4th of July,
Oh.
and it personally, and maybe I'm reading too much into it because Disney are evil marketing geniuses. Can also
Sure.
show like the state of our country right now and how we're doing stupid shit with it in comparison to how like it began.
Yeah.
So, because like as soon as I was done watching that, 2 days later, Kanye is trying to become president, and I'm like, why is this happening? I forgot that we
Under
were
the
recording.
birthday party.
The
Yeah.
birthday party. Fuck yeah. let's
Fuck
go.
you.
Is that what his party is going to be called?
Yeah.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
every day is going to be like your birthday.
Yeah, because when I'm president, every day is going to be your birthday. I did have a musical I was writing a long time ago that Chance would be interested that I never finished, and
What
it
is
was Power Rangers: A Mighty Morphin musical. But
That sounds like it's already been a thing.
It
I'm
has to
wondering
be a
why it
thing now.
hasn't.
I mean, the Ninja Turtles got one.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
Ninja
like
Turtles got one.
SpongeBob
Spider-Man
got one.
got one.
Yeah, SpongeBob
we
got
don't talk
one.
about that one. That's bad luck.
The Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
So many Spider-Man just snap their arms and legs doing stunts.
Oh. Someone's gonna snap their arm now here in like 4 years. Watch.
It also had a stupid title. It was like Spider-Man Turn Out the Dark or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Ugh.
It's like that
Ugh.
game. What is it called? Loom. It's like a music puzzle game. Luminous.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have a song on that game called "Take a Dog Out a Walk."
Was that the one that was on the Wii?
Yeah, it's also on the Switch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I think I might have heard of that.
It might be actual.
It's the guy who
cross-plat.
made Tetris 99.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh wait, no, not Tetris 99. The one Tetris.
Effect?
Yeah, Tetris Effect, with the VR one. It's the guy who made that. Made
Oh, okay.
Blue Minds.
Dodecatris.
Oh my
Tetris.
God. Whew.
I don't like
Anyways.
Tetris.
I don't like Tetris either.
Yeah, it's never been my thing.
So moral of the story: Toph is best girl.
Toph,
She's
Yeah.
the most useful.
even though she's 10.
She's the most useful.
Yeah, she's
I
definitely.
meant like
the
yeah,
most
she's the
useful.
coolest.
No,
one.
Cora.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
she's so old.
Oh, we haven't got there yet.
We haven't got to Old Toph yet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, so
Wait till you get to old everyone else.
Yeah, I know.
so audience, me and Chance and I finished Airbender like last week.
The movie.
No.
Oh yeah, no. Now that you've seen the show, you gotta go watch the movie.
Yeah, we gotta go watch the
Oh.
movie.
You need to understand the rage.
Let's do a let's watch.
That shit's dumb.
I bet you if we do, I bet you if we do a let's watch, they won't even NDA us. They won't even cease and desist us. They'll just let us do it. and get away with it.
I thought Dev Patel as Zuko was all right.
It's fine.
No, fuck Dev Patel.
But it's not how that
I
works.
suck.
Let me explain this.
Dev
So do
Patel's
you
not a
remember?
Japanese man.
You remember in season 1 where they had all the Earthbenders on the ship, on the metal ship?
Yeah.
That's like at the very end of the movie.
No, that's in the beginning of the movie, and they have them on Earth in a camp.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like they have that part of the movie because like all of the last Airbender is just season 1 like zoom. They took out a lot of shit. Like Jet's not in there.
Fuck 'em.
The princess is there.
The Princess Yue is there. They have the Blue Spirit, but and the Blue Spirit's outfit looks dumb.
Yeah.
The episodes where the Firebenders have the Earthbenders captured on a boat,
Right.
and then Katara
Rise up!
poses as an Earthbender to go there to get all the Earthbenders to fight. Now that scene in the movie is the Earthbender camp is on land.
And they're thrown into like a weird arena thing.
Yeah, and then like they have to do like 16 fucking moves to throw a rock this big.
Also, firebenders need fired.
Yeah,
They don't bend from within themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they can't
no.
like.
That's why Firebenders were so strong, is that they didn't need an element.
Right,
around
right,
them.
but
Yeah.
but they need a fire source in the movie.
I also Dev Patel was fine, but to me, they totally missed the mark on like what cultures were each
Yeah.
were each
Yeah.
thing. Because to
Yeah.
me, the Firebenders they have very big Chinese influences, but
Chinese and Japanese.
yeah, but they are Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of World War II.
Like the ships and everything.
Yeah, they are
Earth Kingdom's
Japan in
very-
World War II.
Earth Kingdom is
very
China.
Chinese, like
Yeah.
for sure.
And then
Air is
if
Tibet.
Dev Patel was Aang, that would be fine. But
That would have been fine. Yeah. Yeah.
but
No, they had to get a kid from Cowboys and Aliens. was a little kid from that movie.
I haven't thought about that movie in so long.
Oh,
Daniel Craig just wants to have fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Another atrocity is the pronunciation of these fucking
Ong.
names.
Okay.
Soka.
Soka, oh god.
They said Soka?
They
Yeah,
said
they said-
Soka.
Here is the thing.
Ew.
You defended, I'm hitting you.
No. Hold on. I'm big on languages, okay? That would be how they say it, but fuck it.
Well, it's like me. It's like
What do you mean that's
I
how they
can't bring
say
it
it?
up because
No.
it's off the top.
If it's A-A-N-G, then they would say on, but
Yeah.
it's stupid.
My retort is
Because
that
the original-
that world has the same language function as this world.
Yeah, so if
Sure.
they decide, especially the show, if the show
Yeah.
decides that it's Aang,
You know
it's
what?
Aang.
That's what I'm saying.
anytime you
That's
remake
what I'm
the
saying. If the show decides it, then everything should go off the source material.
movie. Yeah,
Even if it's, like, not what I would say what it should be.
yeah.
So, like, I saw Iroh's name spelled, and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure they call Iroh Iro.
They do.
You do.
They say
Oh
Hero
my
Soka.
God!
Well, right.
And
So,
Iroh
that's
was
what
the only good thing in that movie.
When I saw his name spelled, I was like, oh, you're going to say Iro on the subtitles, and this is the Iroh. And I was
No,
like,
it's Iroh.
oh, okay. You know,
But
That
Iroh
is how
as a
it would
character
be.
is completely different, though.
Yeah,
Even though he is
absolutely.
the best thing.
But
about it.
Iroh in The Last Airbender is the only one that can do firebending from within without a source, and everybody's like,
Oh, he's so busted.
it's because he's the dragon of the West.
yeah.
Okay.
So now that
And General Zhao is a bitch.
now that we're on this topic,
It's a bitch either way.
What's everyone's favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Who?
I don't have
Literally who?
You're gonna
say.
You saw The Village.
That's who that was?
Science
Yes.
is always a
I'm gonna
classic.
say Signs. Yes. Don't crucify me here. Funny related to the movie, but I did like Signs.
Yeah.
That's is good.
Signs was good.
I liked Split.
That was shown.
Yeah.
Oh.
He made that entire series.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
I remember going into Split and hearing that this is going to be a sequel to a Shyamalan movie, and I was like,
Unbreakable?
before it came out, it was
Unbreakable
just
Kimmy Schmidt?
No.
a sequel to a movie that
Oh,
he made.
oh,
We didn't know
okay.
what it was going to be a sequel to,
Okay.
and I was like, all right, I really hope it's the sequel to Sixth Sense, and all the ghosts are just possessing.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, and he's a grown up Haley Joel Osment.
Oh my god, that would have been
really
nuts.
cool.
But then I was like, but if this turns out to be a sequel to Unbreakable, I'm walking out of this theater
Why?
What do you know?
because I don't like Unbreakable.
Really?
I didn't think it was entertaining. It was just boring.
Bruce Willis who can't get
Did you walk out of the
broken.
theater?
Yeah, because it gets real at the very end,
It's literally like
at the last
couple
second, and
movies.
then they're like, oh, doesn't he remind you of some other guy?
Yeah, the dude that happened like such odd years ago.
What was his name? I don't remember his name. But then they're in a diner, and it like zooms in on Bruce Willis. It's the first time he's shown up in the movie, and he's just like, Mr. Glass. And then the movie ends.
Yeah.
And then Glass came
So
out.
they were fine.
And then
with you
Glass
walking
came out, and
at
Glass
that
was
point.
okay.
Yeah.
I can imagine you
They made
screaming
that
at
movie
Fuck!
was
Split
that
was
whole thing
good.
again. Like everybody knew. they would walk out.
It makes people with like multiple personality disorders like, no, that's not how that works. It's stupid.
Yeah.
So they really hate that.
I wish the Beast was one of my personalities. That
What?
dude was cool. He got shot twice.
Was it M. Night Shyamalan who directed that stupid movie where those kids go to their grandparents' house?
Yeah.
And the grandparents are trying to kill them? And then,
something.
like, the whole twist was, like, that there
That's
was,
not
like...
their actual grandparents.
It's not their actual grandparents, and that there was, like, a
Which is crazy
smudge
people.
on the webcam, so their parents never noticed it wasn't their grandparents.
The webcam. I thought that was I didn't watch it, but I heard it was pretty decent for what it was. It was pretty okay, but yeah, the whole thing's weird. The kid's face gets covered in shit because like the grandpa's like, "Here's my diaper."
Yeah, I watched that, and I was like, M. Night Shyamalan isn't trying
Grandpa's
to
gonna
do
have to throw
Yeah.
hands. Yeah, he's gonna have to catch his fade if he's gonna throw a diaper.
Not wiping your lens. The most powerful plot device.
Exactly.
Water?
Not wiping your lens.
Oh,
I like
Yeah.
I thought it was water.
I like the name of the monsters in Village though.
What are they called?
Was like those we do not speak about.
Yeah.
Those we do.
They're
not speak
a
about.
whole group of Voldemorts.
No, they're a whole group of people dressed like
They're,
Voldemorts.
no, they're
Weird
no,
red
they're,
creatures.
They're little red porcupine.
Little red.
Little
red
gremlin.
thing, little
Little
gremlins.
goblin.
I can
Little
only
critters.
say, I haven't seen a lot of Shalamalam movies.
Did you watch Life of Pot? Was that Shyamalan or no?
No, that's just Indian.
Oh, that's yeah. That's my bad.
What
Honestly,
about
that's my
Slumdog
bad.
Millionaire?
I didn't watch all of that movie.
No.
All I know
Death
is
to tell in that one also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God damn it.
Hey,
It was because of that movie Either Slumdog or Life of Pi is what pretty much blew him up on the map, and then he disappeared again.
All right. Well, this is the Dev Patel cast now.
Is it?
All right, everyone, what's your favorite Dev Patel moment?
Don't have one.
What's that one hotel movie?
Nice.
The one with Ray Fiennes?
I think.
Hotel, not Budapest.
Rwanda?
No, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
But that's a very also not a very well-known movie, unless you were.
It's a not Wes Craven. It's a Wes Anderson like quirky shit.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson also did Fantastic Mr. Fox, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great movie.
He is one of the last directors who's allowed to just do his thing. Like him and Edgar Wright. There's not many directors who.
Edgar Wright did the Cornetto trilogy, right?
Yeah, he also did Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
He did Baby Driver.
Okay. Okay.
He did Shaun of the Dead. He's him and Wes Anderson are some of the only directors where it's like Hollywood's like, yeah, all right, do whatever you want. Taika Waititi.
Yeah. Taika's real good.
I'm gonna be real controversial here. Thor Ragnarok was okay, but I don't like what they did with Thor's character.
No, but
Send tweet.
Unfortunately, he's directing Thor: Love and Thunder, so
Yeah.
I'm not. He's also getting a Star Wars movie.
Okay, that might be.
Well,
good.
he's also like co-directing The Mandalorian right now, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did the finale for that show.
Yeah.
I'm probably not watching any more Marvel movies. I'm done.
Yeah, I said after the whole Infinity War saga, and
I
that
saw
was gonna be done.
Far From Home, and that was it.
Is a saga a set amount?
Yeah.
I
don't think it's a set amount.
Saga's just everything in between.
Yeah.
It was Cycle I was thinking of. Cycle is 4,
Dude,
right?
Saga is like an epic tale.
Only for the Aragon books.
Only for the Aragon books?
Yep.
Dude, if the Avengers is America's Iliad.
Yeah, I heard that and I threw up.
Yeah, that's gay. That's gay.
Yeah, I know. The
What would you
fucking
consider to be America's Iliad?
Nothing.
Brian Singer X-Men.
Nothing
That
yet.
is America's Iliad.
Yeah, Brian Singer's X-Men. X-Men directed by a well-known gay pedophile.
Fucking.
And that's the end of the
Wow.
podcast. That's it.
I'm not hitting it.
All right, channel archives. Let's go.
We'll have to upload clips now from now on.
When do you want me to end it?
Whenever, really.
Before it began,
I'm not
honestly.
asking you guys. You're
What
not
topics do
ending.
we have left?
We didn't have any topics to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, what topics do we have left? What's at the bottom of the barrel here, guys?
I really
Persona
miss.
5.
Again?
No.
It's the very
No.
bottom of the
We
barrel.
talked about it too much.
I almost brought it up earlier, and then I...
If you
told
really
guys.
want to, we can.
No, I'm fine. It was just when we were talking about Yeah.
Oh.
Let me just say, I hated the way they talked about. They said the names in Persona 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hate
Yeah.
On, because I was like, any
Oh,
other
just
place
play it in Japanese then.
No.
No.
I hate hearing people complain about that shit.
Are you subs or are you
You
dubs?
have the ability to switch
Honestly, subs.
it, so switch it.
No.
I like
Why? Then don't bitch.
I'm not bitching.
You were complaining about them
I
not
said
saying
it
the name
sucks, but whatever.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it sucked,
God.
but I'm still gonna play it.
I'm not
Whatever.
telling you not to play it. I'm telling you to switch the language.
I'm telling you not to play it.
That's because you're.
Because
Yeah.
those actors are those characters to me, even if they say it.
Yeah,
wrong.
honestly. Those actors, the dubbing itself was I'd say, pretty good job in Persona 5, but just the way they
Erica
said the
Harlacher,
names.
the voice of on Twitter, was like, yeah, they made us say it like that. She's like, I was going to say
I doubt
Takamaki,
that.
but they told us to say Takamaki.
I fucking doubt that, honestly.
Tangentially related to Persona 5. Did you ever finish Final Fantasy yet?
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
It was like last year.
It
a
took you
dis-
guys
it was-
like 6 years to beat that game.
It was a
I don't even know if it's
disappointment.
been out for 6 years, but
It was definitely a disappointment, but I still didn't hate it. It wasn't a full-on, like, hate. I don't have a hate boner for it. I liked it. I just wish there was more to it, because I could definitely tell there was a good, deep story underneath all this, but executive meddling was like, fuck you.
It wasn't that.
when they came out with the super ultra mega definitive edition thing, they like fixed
King
the end part.
Royal
right?
edition, yeah.
Yeah, they fixed that last dungeon.
Yeah,
where you just walk through the
they
hallway.
fixed it, but overall, the story that Nomura made versus what Tabata had to deal with in such a short time are way different.
I love Nomura's just like absolute fucking angst over being taken off that game.
Versus 13.
Versus 13. But when I got to the secret ending of like Kingdom Hearts 3, the DLC.
Oh, with Yuzora?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
this
God,
you
Christ.
just remade Noctis, and it was like frame for frame, like the trailer for that, and I was like, man, he is so.
I really wish
salty
they
about
His
got-
name means night sky.
it. Yeah.
In
And
Japanese.
Noctis means night sky in Latin.
Yeah.
He's telling everybody, no, I didn't mean to do this. Wink.
Yeah, he's so incredibly salty over
I
it.
really
It's
wish that they would have had Ray Chase voice Yuzora, because that would have been funnier.
It would have been too obvious.
It would have been way funnier. Like, hey, he's the same voice actor.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with a lot of video games.
So Travis Willingham was also in Last of Us 2. I just want to let you know that he was on set.
Okay.
Wait, which one was
Those-
Travis?
Miscellaneous character number 40 whatever.
Okay.
So he
It
was
was
okay.
Laura
With,
Bailey's.
No,
Yeah, I know,
spoilers.
I know.
No
he, was,
spoilers.
he was okay with getting cucked then.
We're not.
I
Let's.
just
let's,
said no spoilers,
Yeah.
you jackass.
It's fine.
No, it's
Is
not.
it?
Go home.
I'm home.
Oh shit.
Go to your room.
You go home.
young man.
All right. I guess that.
You're gonna have to make me or come over here and hit this button.
Moral of the story:
Oh, I guess
Pokemon.
we're continuing.
Pokemon
I guess
sucks
we're
now.
continuing.
No, I don't know.
Video games suck now.
I really didn't think Pokemon Sword and Shield was all that bad.
It wasn't
Like, it was
horrible,
easy,
but I just
but-
it was really
No,
easy.
it's just okay.
I
Do
wish
you wanna
there
get
was-
into this?
Yeah,
Do
it's
it.
content.
Okay,
Release your rage.
Gen 5 was the last good Pokemon game to me.
Absolutely.
That
agree.
black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last. Like,
Yeah.
Good one.
As
That-
soon as
It
the
wasn't my
last
favorite.
one was
Gen
like
4 is
effort.
my
So the
favorite.
thing is, Game Freak has been incompetent since the very, very beginning, and they just had a really easy way of hiding that with developing DS and games and Portal games.
Yeah, because they were very constrained on the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, and since they've gone 3D from X and Y onward, they've shown how shitty and like bad
Yeah.
at what they do.
I think I think I said that the other day in our group chat where I was like, once the games hit X and Y, that's when shit went downhill fast.
Which
Yeah.
is weird because I played X and Y a lot, and I kind of. I'm not saying I loved X and Y, but I
Thing is,
really liked
X
it.
and Y had so much promise, but it
Yeah.
felt very unfinished.
I sort of give X and Y a slight pass, and a lot of people do because it was
Just
the
the first time,
3D
first
game.
foray into
Yeah.
3D.
But after Pokemon Go hit, then they realized they don't have to put any effort anymore into
Yeah.
anything.
We just we're not counting X and Y, or not X and Y, but Coliseum and XT Veil of Darkness.
Different company.
Still Pokemon company though.
Those are the best Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Those are the nicest looking Pokemon
Nicest
games
looking.
to this day.
I don't know, man. Those character models.
Well,
The animations are fucking great compared to.
We
my
didn't have
problem
we didn't
is
have
that,
Zatu like constantly like gliding for no reason.
they could have done 3D. Like I don't mind that it's turn based because it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pokemon Stadium exists on the N64.
Have you seen the animations compared to mainline now?
Yeah, it's like
Pokemon Stadium looks like a fucking like $1 billion like budget compared to
Yeah, I was expecting that, or at least for Sword and Shield. I was like, well, maybe we'll get like some Pokemon
same
Stadium like battles.
exact
but
models
no.
as on
So,
the 3DS.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
that was my biggest problem.
They
said
lied
took
to our
extra time.
face.
Yeah, they said they took extra time to make better animations, but Hop does the same animation that How does
Yeah.
in fucking like Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
and it's like cool.
And like XD and Coliseum and to some extent Battle Revolution, but that game is very shallow.
It looks nice though.
Battle Revolution is just, hey, do you want to play on your TV?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But those games are the best, like in terms of like the way it
Animation
looks.
wise, yeah.
Sword and Shield's fine though, I guess.
It looks okay.
Sun and Moon I don't like, but it has merits as an Ultra Sun Ultra Moon has merits as being like impossible to nuzlocke. The trials fuck me up.
Yeah,
Like,
the Sun and Moon actually has like Ultra Sun and Moon definitely like up the difficulty for sure.
yeah, Ultra Sun and Moon and then Challenge Mode on Black and White is
Yeah.
like just
I still
incredibly difficult Pokemon.
I still haven't played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
The
I couldn't
AI
finish it.
is
You don't need to
much
play
smarter.
Sun and Moon.
I
Like,
kind
just
of
play
want
Ultra
to
Sun.
though because I want a Soul Galeo and my sword. I want
If
my
you want.
I want my puppy Sif and my son.
Is it
Kitty.
in the
Sure.
Pokédex?
Huh?
Is it
It's
in
the
the
one in the.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Go ahead. Look, they brought in Magearna, the fucking Gear Gen 6 Legendary, but they couldn't bring in Crobat.
Okay, I love Magearna though.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Steel types are my favorite type Pokemon.
No, your
So-
Steel types are pretty cool.
Yeah, so
I didn't know
anytime
that
I
about
can
you.
get like cool type, like getting a Steel Fairy that's not Mawile was pretty cool.
Oh, well, it's good.
Man,
Oh, and Klefki.
Mawile was so broken with Mega Evolution.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
happy. That's the one big thing. I'm happy. Dynamax is like fine, but I'm happy
It's
Mega
really
Evolution and Z moves are just gone.
I like Mega Evolution because it gave Pokemon like often overlooked Pokemon a chance to shine. compared to Pokemon like
Nobody give a
Charizard.
fuck.
But then Charizard
Pinsir.
got like two. Like,
Yeah, but then
The
you
whole
Mega
point of me-
Garchomp and
fuck you
stuff.
talking about? I love Pinsir.
The whole point of me playing
Most hate
Pokemon
Heracross.
is to never use Charizard or Gengar.
No,
Yeah.
I hear you, but most people did not care about Pinsir. And then he hit the Mega Evolution with Aerolite, and he's fucking people up with Quick Attack.
Mega
Yeah,
Lopunny
that's
is
great.
ridiculous.
That's great because it mixes up the
That's what I'm
meta.
saying. Yeah.
Mega Heracross shooting shit out of his arm, shooting missiles and shit.
But if I was a gym leader, Steel types would be
Bug.
my thing.
Bugs for sure.
Ghost.
Caleb.
Normal.
Crap.
Okay.
Grass?
He'd be normal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a toss-up between water types and fighting types.
Okay.
So Poliwrath is your jam?
No.
Okay.
Heracross would be my
No,
like,
I like fighting type Actually, if I really had to pick right now, it would be Urshifu. Because
Okay.
his water... Yes, because his water one, I love...
It's water fighting?
It's water fighting or water dark.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Or no, not water dark, dark fighting.
Okay.
So it just depends on which route you want to take.
What's that weird crown looking thing with the big ass weird head? That other
That's not out yet.
That's
That's the next DLC.
okay.
Yeah.
How many are they doing?
Two. They just did the Isle of Armor, and then they're going to do the Isle of Tundra, I think.
Crown Tundra.
Crown Tundra.
So, are there differences between the two if you have sword or shield for Isle of Armor?
No.
Oh,
It's
they
all
are.
the same.
The only thing that's different is your
Two of the
rival.
gym leaders, right? Yeah.
You're just the one rival.
Clara and the psychic
Yeah.
chick.
I don't mean like base
Poison.
game, like
Oh.
for the
No,
DLC.
yeah, the DLC you have another rival in the DLC.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
have another rival in the DLC. The dude, the chick is poison. The dude, I think, is psychic.
It's dude.
Yeah.
I thought they were both chicks.
Yeah, I thought the other one was the one.
The
with the
one-
long hat was
Ah,
a-
God,
a-
yep.
Huh?
What?
You're like zoning out.
I'll
You're
take
doing-
it down either way. I'm just saying.
Okay, so he got what I was saying.
Okay,
What?
the one in Shield, I think, is a dude. The
Okay.
one in Sword, I know for sure is a
Is
chick.
a girl, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's fine, and then she cheats like a little bitch and tries to poison my Pokemon, and then she gets bamfed.
Yeah, she like actually like cheats. I think
Oh wow.
Yeah.
like the game like cheats war or something. I think
That's
I
kind of
never-
cool.
I'm not gonna play it, but
I had fun with the DLC. It was it was a nice little story.
how long was it? Would you estimate?
30 hours.
Not 30 hours.
No.
Like 4.
40
It's
hours.
like 6 to 8, depending.
How
Because
much was it?
you're doing a lot of running around, plus I did a lot of shit in between.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see all the new Pokemon was there.
They added like how many new Pokemon? Like 100 something.
Something like that. Because like as soon as you get out there...
Are they new Pokemon or old Pokemon?
They're old Pokemon,
They're old
but new to the
New,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
the region.
because like as soon as you get to the
Sadly.
Isle of Armor, you see a giant ass Wailord in the distance.
Oh, so we get Dynamax Wailord?
You see the Wailord, but then when you get a Wailord, they added the
Oh, yeah,
the gold and silver function where they'll fall behind you.
But
the
they don't
Wailord's like a
move.
little bitch behind you.
They don't.
Yeah.
You have to walk with them, but if you go too far, they teleport close to you.
That's what Let's Go Eevee is. They like hop back into their
Oh,
Pokeball
that's
and then pop
that's.
out.
Another thing that's wrong with Pokemon these days is they don't properly scale them like they did in the
Yeah.
past.
Like I say, Dynamax Wailord should like break
Destroy
the
the world.
foundations of the earth.
Yeah,
But like no, like in Coliseum and XD, Wailord was its actual size in
It
the
was-
arena battles.
big
Yeah.
as shit.
Well, I mean, Wailord is a whale. You know,
Lord
sizes
of
can
Whales.
vary, just like in real
It
nature.
weighs less than air.
A Wailord?
Yes, that's what they're called, the float whale Pokemon or whatever they're called. They float.
I need to check the Carfax.
Yeah.
Google it. It's real.
That's a huge ass bitch. You're not going to tell me
That's
that
a-
man is
that's
lighter
a
than
big
air.
bitch.
That's like the point of the Pokemon.
I feel like that's Gyarados' gimmick, but I don't think that'd be Wailord's.
That's what everyone says about Wailord. I've heard many things about.
But yeah, after Sword and Shield, I'm pretty much done with Pokemon.
Yeah, unless the games look substantially better, I
Yeah.
probably won't buy another one.
How does it feel seeing all your favorite franchises going down in flames?
Well, Mario and Zelda is like unprecedented levels of like new features and nice stuff.
That's why I don't blame Nintendo, because it's Game Freak that's fucking
You're not.
out.
Yeah.
You're not going to
But-
tell me he weighs 877.4
No.
pounds.
I saw a thing that was like technically based off his size, he should be lighter than I don't know something like.
That's a big bitch.
For it to move.
For me, it's like I've said forever that if you want to guarantee your quality games, you will buy Nintendo. You'll buy whatever the main Nintendo console is, and then you'll just get a computer.
First
and
party.
just-
Yeah.
Nintendo games,
yeah, and then buy the games that are good.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey was really polished, and that's
But-
why I could like blow through that shit while we were just talking, because I knew how to do everything and stuff.
I actually don't really. I mean, I love like regular Mario games. I don't like. I love the 3D
No, I told
ones.
the 3D ones are my
yes,
favorite. for
64, Sunshine, and Odyssey.
Sure. Although
are the
Mario
best.
World is always gonna have like a little place in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit something real hard right now. The only Mario game I've ever played was on the DS.
New Super Mario Bros.
And I've never played a Zelda game before.
Ugh.
Or
Yes.
Final Fantasy.
You played Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah.
That hurts.
Twice.
The Zelda
played-
one,
Like 800
because
hours
like
in that game.
at least Link to the Past or Ocarina. That's all you need.
Link to the Past is great. Ocarina of Time
How
is
do you
good.
play those
Either.
games now? If you don't
I-
have a 64 or a SNES.
If you have a 3DS, you can get
The
Ocarina of
3D.
Time.
That was
I
the
need
first
to buy-
game I ever got for my 3DS.
I need to buy a new 64 controller, but I have a 64.
And
I have 64 games up there. but
or
none
Link
of them are
Between
Zelda.
Worlds. Link Between Worlds is really good too.
Link Between Worlds is good. I still think Link to the Past is better.
I was gonna
Yeah.
get the Awakening one for Switch at some point.
Link's Awakening.
I was thinking about it, yeah.
The toy
Because
looking.
it looks good to me.
Yeah, the art style looks nice.
I just never like all my friends had Zelda, but I never thought he was like Zelda games. I never thought Link I never played one. I know at least that much. But
bitch.
I never thought the games looked that interesting. I don't know why.
That they really
Link's design always was
the
kind of like
handheld ones really weren't, besides the old ones like Link to the Past and stuff,
Mhm.
really weren't all that interesting. Minish Cap was
Yeah.
like okay.
Minish Cap was probably
Um,
the best one.
Phantom Hourglass was kind of fun.
I played a little bit of that.
heavily despise the Wind Waker art style.
yeah.
That's what turned me off.
I actually
I
really
like
that
Wind Waker.
style.
I
well,
played it.
they were smart. Nintendo realized that it was smart. Like if you look at Twilight Princess and you look at Wind Waker looks like it still fits today.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Cell
Twilight
shading.
So
Princess
that's
definitely-
when they switched cell shading for
Twilight
cell
Princess is
shading
actually
lasts
my
forever.
favorite Zelda,
Yeah.
but it's what sucks is that because of my bullshit brain with the artistic styles, that looked chibi to me.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I didn't want to play it.
You're not alone.
Yeah, but it turns out that Wind Waker is one of the best Zelda games of all time.
It's definitely really
Yeah.
good. It's a lot better than what I expected.
I saw a thing about when Wind Waker released. It was what 2003, 4.
Something like that, yeah.
That was the exact time everyone was trying to go to realistic graphics, and Wind Waker got shit on really hard as a baby game
Mhm.
from everyone other that did not play Nintendo games, and it sold really poorly apparently on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Wind
Yeah,
Waker's
yeah.
Ganondorf is probably my favorite adaptation of Ganondorf. It's really nice.
But everyone loves that game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I like the 1v1 with Ganon. in
No,
Twilight
it's pretty good
Princess.
too. Yeah.
Twilight Princess when you're surrounded by the gate there, and this is already after you fight Ganon, and then you 1v1 Ganondorf, and you have to take all the sword skills that you learn from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask Link, and you have to use that against Ganon. I'm like,
You
oh,
don't.
that's so sick.
No, you don't. You just use the fishing rod.
That too.
No, I don't want
And
to play.
just smack him.
I don't want to play the gimmick.
Oh, distract. Smack. That's the main villain.
I'm not gonna play gimmicks.
funny-
I
it's
wanted
funny 'cause-
a
'cause
cool epic fight.
that
I'm not gonna
fucking
slap
idiot-
him with my dick and expect to win.
It's
Here,
funny
bum, bum, bum.
because you pull out your fucking fishing rod and he's like, what? Huh? Like the character model twitches like, what the fuck
He's
is he
like,
doing?
huh? And then you just smack him up the head.
No,
you
that's
roll
not
up your
fun.
newspaper and
That's
you smack him on the head.
That's not story appropriate for me.
Controversial opinion, I think Breath of the Wild is a lot better than Ocarina of Time.
Breath of the Wild
You were
is,
not the only one.
for my money, Breath of the Wild is the greatest game of all time.
I think it's the greatest
Ooh,
Zelda
that's
game.
high praise.
Yeah.
But it's definitely up there for me, for
There-
sure.
There's Breath of the Wild just refined everything, as far as open world RPGs and.
I wish
Zelda
it wasn't as
formula.
empty though. The open world was fine. I just wish it was a little
It
less
wasn't the
empty
same
and there were
three
more.
enemies over and
Yeah.
over. Is the biggest knock on it. for
Yeah.
me. And I put 1,000 hours in.
Well,
it.
because I think the way that it works is and even Aaron Hansen said this because he has big beef with the Nintendo 3D Zeldas versus Link to the Past or the OG Zelda or even Breath of the Wild. Whereas Breath of the Wild reminds him of the older Zeldas because it was so open and it was meant for you to explore, versus Ocarina or Majora's whereas you were kind of on a path, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And I think they handle being open world really well. Skyrim handles open world by scaling the gear you find to your level.
Mhm.
But then you'll find what's the one, the Nightingale bow?
Yeah.
You'll find that bow at super early level, and all of a sudden it's shitty for the rest of the game.
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild does it by making the items you find breakable.
Yeah.
So you can be really overpowered, but the weapons will break.
Yeah, I've been putting that off. I need to get it.
It's definitely good. Although end game is when you start to get really overpowered and you start to be able to just beat Lionels and
It's end game.
yeah, end of the game you get to be able to 1v1 a gold Lionel like it's nothing. That's what I used to do. I would just go around beat the shit out of them and I had 70 Lionel swords.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Just
It's
show off.
That's end game shit.
Yeah.
I don't. Some games I like to be overpowered in the beginning, but as for bullshit, like I can't. I've never beaten Skyrim. I just can't do it. I hate Bethesda games like with a passion. So
You know, I would not blame you for that.
I don't
Not
blame
at
you
all.
now.
For me,
even before.
what makes Breath of the Wild so great for me, the end game you can just kill everything.
Yeah.
But it's not even like Breath of the Wild is a game where it's like you think something and then there is some way to do what you want.
Yeah.
Like all the shrines can be skipped in creative ways.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if I was like, all right, I'm going to see if I can shield surf across the world and start
And
from
you
the
could
mountain.
definitely get a
and you,
whole
and you go
fucking-
and you try as hard as you can to do
Mhm.
it. But like the only game where
The
like
physics are great in that
yeah,
game.
yeah. The only other game I could think of where it's like you think of something you want to do, and the game gives you the tools to do it. Is Phantom Pain. You can do really wacky shit in Phantom Pain.
MGS5, like I think the gameplay and like all the toys they give you with are so fucking great. The MGS5's gameplay is definitely the best like stealth gameplay I've played, but the story is just kind of
Yeah,
down the drain.
yeah.
The story didn't need to be a thing. It's just how is there two big bosses in Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2? Here's how it wasn't actually big boss. It was the medic. If they had an extra year of development, I think it would have been a lot better though, like the story.
Those
An extra $80 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't get rid of
I was gonna say
Kojima.
their entire budget was the budget of Deadpool.
Well, no, they got rid of Kojima because he kept going like, "Hey, I need more money for this like really like dumb shit." Like the original, there was a boss fight in MGS3 where originally he wanted the boss fight to last 3 weeks, IRL,
He's a madman.
and at Konami they had to they took him aside and like, "Look, retard, we don't have enough money to do that. Make it something else." He's like, "Okay, I will," and
He did. He was doing the was it Tim Schafer?
Tim Schafer,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was doing a Tim Schafer thing where
I
Tim
need
Schafer's
$3 million
like,
to make a fucking point and click.
Yeah,
You're not getting your
No, I
money
need
back.
$3 million to hire Elijah.
oh, you
Wood.
know, yeah, they were like, I need $3 million. People gave him $3 million. It's like, I spent the $3 million on Elijah Wood. Please give me more money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Kojima. Kojima is really good at what he does, but he's also a huge dreamer on half the shit that he does.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is why I still wish he would have made Silent Hills if Konami didn't shit the bed on it.
His,
I feel like remnants of Death Stranding was going to be in like Silent
We've
Hills,
talked
some of
about
the-
this.
Like
It
some of
doesn't
the
change.
creepiest shit in Death
It doesn't
Stranding.
change the fact that I don't have Silent Hills.
Yeah.
I think he should like create the narrative for a story, but somebody else should do the naming of literally everything.
Yeah, the naming's really silly. You got Die Hard Man,
Yeah.
Heart Man,
Love it.
Dead
Love
Man.
Shadow Moses,
Love it.
Zanzibar Land.
Shadow
I'm like,
Moses.
come on, man.
it. Shadow Jesus.
Shadow Jesus.
Yeah, so like he narratively he's fantastic though.
MGS2
He's definitely like a Steve Jobs where he has an idea
A little bit.
and
yeah.
he's like everybody else do it.
MGS2, like the whole message of it still like rings true today. Like it predicted a lot of shit that's going on today, and it's fucking crazy.
Sorry,
Fight
examples.
your parents.
The whole like idea of like the truth being buried under mountains and mountains of junk data, which again isn't really hard to like predict back in like 2002, but like the fact that like it really just did like come true like just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like the kernel speech in MGS2, the AI kernel speech in MGS2 is really like fucking Christ, holy shit, it's all happening.
One game that is really subversive is Nier.
Near Automata or
yeah,
okay,
Automata. I was choosing my pronunciation carefully because I didn't want to be
Offend
crucified.
who? It'll be pronounced either way. If somebody wants to throw hands, let's throw hands. I don't give a fuck.
I almost said automata, and
I do that on purpose to piss people off.
yeah.
Again, if you want to throw hands, let's throw hands. If you're gonna fight over words,
A chance.
It was a fun game. No, it was definitely a fun game. I just put off playing the rest of it because
You're right.
after I beat the first, after I beat Route A, like my PS4 like reset, so all my data was gone. So I saved.
It
Is there
didn't
an app in?
reset. You unplugged
Or
it 5,000 times a day.
I didn't. I only unplugged it once, and
What?
then I unplugged it once, and then like when we came back, this was like after I had already like unplugged it, and it was already plugged in and everything. Nothing was like changed, and for some reason, like I think like the power went out for a second, and when it got rebooted, because it was in.
No, because we were there when it happened.
Well, yeah, because we turned it
Because-
back on because it was in standby mode.
Yeah, you.
And like the something happened, and like I think my parents like accidentally reset the power or some shit.
No, you had a pretty bad habit of whenever you wanted to plug in your Wii U, you would just unplug your PS4 and.
Well, that was after it
Wii
was
U.
like when the PS4 was turned off. I wouldn't unplug it when it was on.
No,
this
'cause
time you left it on.
it was before, and we would always tell you, "Chance, you're gonna lose all your data," and then it happened.
I don't remember a lot of shit, so you guys are probably right.
Like I say, it happened for a while, and then that was the crux, and I don't think you did it after that.
Yeah.
No, I haven't
because you
done that
lost,
since.
because
Yeah,
you
that was
lost
stupid.
near.
Near
This
Colorado.
is after you beat Route A.
I beat Route A, and I was gonna finish the rest of it, but then the whole thing was like.
So have you
Deleted.
finished it?
No, I did. I have
Okay.
now. I have now for sure. It's pretty good. I liked it.
I'm waiting
Yes, right?
for that.
Were you just breathing, or were you gonna say something?
I was yawning.
Oh.
But I was gonna say, I watched Chance basically the whole game. I forgot all of what happens except that 2B has a nice ass. So
Well, that's
The-
that's
and that's
to
what
get the
that's
full
what
story
really
of the
matters.
game,
It really matters.
to get the full story of the game, you literally have to beat it like 4 times.
yeah.
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 And
Or
you
like that whole-
alternatively, if you don't have that time, just watch Mr. Clemps or Valkyrie Aurora.
And you got to play Drakengard.
You know,
Watch
Tracking Card,
clips.
you don't have to.
Watch Clemps.
I like the whole marketing strategy of our main character in our game is going to be really hot, but also here's a really actually deep game. Come for the base.
Let's see
stay
your
for
eyes focus on one or the other.
Yeah.
By the way, there's really
Eye
hot
tracker.
dude bots.
You get an eye tracker.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me that Adam and Eve are not hot. I don't give a fuck.
You're not
Oh.
wrong.
Yeah,
No one will tell you.
yeah, exactly. No, I'm waiting for that. The Near Replicant re-release.
Oh, yeah, that's coming. I forgot that's coming
Yeah.
out. Yeah, they're releasing Replicant for America.
Huh.
So you
Sweet-
get, so
sweet
you get to
Near.
be Brother Near.
I wish.
Gestalt was
that's
the
good,
one
That's good, yeah.
that released in America, right?
Yeah, Gestalt.
Papa Near was the one that was released in America.
Speaking of like new games or new versions of old games, the Crash Bandicoot game is gonna be so terrible
why do you think that?
because it is just so outdated. It's like nobody young is going to want to buy that game. It's going to be for old
That's
people.
why they softened all the looks to it. It definitely has a new softened look, but it looks fine.
Yeah, it's just the gameplay itself is Crash Bandicoot. The gameplay wasn't even great back then. It was
It's
just fun.
platformers.
Yeah,
Like you either
The
have to.
platformers are more like popular now than ever. I think.
yeah, but Crash Bandicoot like
No, not popular than
The
ever.
idea-
but
the
in
i-
the past like 10 years.
Crash Bandicoot is very heavy on like you get to go this one way while the camera chases you. Like
I grew up with Crash
they
Bandicoot.
aren't very open in the same way that like a Rare game would be.
Yeah.
And so I just think that style of Crash is or 3D platformer is not very appealing.
I can't do it.
They
I
had-
like it. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
They had 3D Crash games, but they were all terrible.
No, that's because you grew up with it. But like
Right.
nowadays people
Like,
aren't going to want to play
yeah.
Crash or Spyro.
Yeah.
Oh, Spyro was great though.
They
'cause
made
you
a
grew
shit.
up with it.
They made a shit ton of
But-
money.
but-
off
Well,
of the
Yeah,
remakes.
I
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from, Parker.
Yeah.
What do you mean by Spyro?
You grew up with Spyro as a young kid, so when you're playing the game, it's fine. When you play the remastered edition, or whatever,
Yeah.
you remember those fond memories. What makes you want to play it again versus a new person.
No, Spyro and Crash are completely different.
Yeah,
kind
but
of games.
I'm just saying like those types of older games now are just the remakes aren't appealing to me because it's like if some because I didn't play a lot of them, so if like
I'm with you on
I
that.
look at the gameplay and I'm like the gameplay's outdated and
Yeah.
it
I
doesn't
think
seem like
Spyro
something I'd find
plays. It's more similar to like a Mario game.
Again, Mario is one of those things where Mario is a 3D platformer. Even back in the 64 days, I look at him like I'm not impressed. I'm more interested in playing Paper Mario, if anything.
Well,
fun. Oh, I forgot about people.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, I understand Crash being not a thing kids would like
I
today.
was just thinking of remakes like
Well,
why do you call it medieval by the way? It's medieval.
It's medieval.
That's what the title is.
Medieval.
Yeah, but it's
I say it
I
so
don't know,
that
pronunciation.
people know I'm not talking about medieval, the time period.
Yeah.
Medieval.
But like that remaster was another one to me where it was just like
No,
that
that's
one-
strictly just for like me.
Yeah.
I never played it yet,
Well,
but I'm gonna
I
get it.
understand what you're saying when it comes to like the Crash and Spyro because they do have in a way, like to somebody who doesn't care about the series, a very similar art style.
yeah.
So people are obviously going to think connected. Not to mention that they also had a connecting game on the Game Boy.
Well,
Yeah, that's a thing that happened.
yeah, I wasn't a part of that. I don't include that in my
Of course you don't.
in my lexicon.
But what I'm saying is like, well, it's just games of that time period. Like, people now, like if they redid Banjo-Kazooie, how hyped do you think people would be for Banjo-Kazooie?
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
But do you think the new kids would be hyped for Banjo-Kazooie?
Didn't they do that with ukulele?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it failed?
Yep.
Yeah, ukulele was a huge failure. So like
Because it wasn't Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's the
Yeah.
same game.
It doesn't have the same characters though. People like Banjo and Kazooie because they like the characters.
Yeah.
And the gameplay.
I honestly think that Banjo and Kazooie wouldn't do as hot now as it did back then.
Well, I think it would
Yeah.
now, especially because Banjo and Kazooie are in Smash, and a lot of younger kids are playing Smash.
it wouldn't do as
That's
good.
the
I
thing.
think it would.
They're playing Smash. They're not playing Banjo.
Yeah,
Kazooie.
and
True,
especially the Smash community right now.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh,
Yeah, no kids.
oh, there's
Yeah.
steam coming off this
Yeah.
mic.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like games back then. Like if they released a new Star Fox, people might play Star Fox, but the new kids might not play Star Fox.
What do you
Yeah.
think the new kids would play?
Any game
Only
with
new
a
IPs?
gun.
Only new IPs, not old IPs?
Not any new IP. It's just
The
things
problem
that
with the
they've
old
wrote out.
IPs is that like if you're trying to like remaster them or make a new one, but like keep the core gameplay of 20 years ago, it's going to be outdated. It's going to feel outdated even if the graphics look nice. Like Battle for Bikini Bottom is a great game. Like it was a great game. And the new graphics are great and look really polished.
And no one knew we'll play it.
You're right.
But it looks clunky. It feels
It is
clunky.
clunky.
Yeah, it's clunky to play.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. I
Like,
love it.
I didn't grow up with it. I didn't grow up with Psychonauts either. But as
Same
soon
thing.
I think Psychonauts still holds up.
Psychonauts
honestly.
still
But that's
Yeah.
and I understand that. And the people that are going to get Psychonauts 2 are people that played Psychonauts 1. You know, I didn't play Battle for Bikini Bottom, and they made a remastered edition. And I looked at it, I thought about it, and then I went to go pick up Pod Racer instead because I played that and it looked more interesting. It's things that it's the remasters are obviously just like, hey, do you remember this fucking game? It looks prettier now.
Yeah.
It plays worse. Battle for Bikini Bottom, it plays worse than the original.
Oh my god, I'm glad I didn't spend
Besides
money
like the
on that
reticle
fucking
game, like what's different about it? I know you said Sandy controls differently.
Yeah, so like instead of being able to like jump, hoop, it's like jump, hoop.
Oh, the timing's different.
Yeah, and then
It's not like a full jump or something.
when you're lassoing onto the big Texas that are floating in the sky,
Yes.
it's like instead of being able to just hold on to it and then to dismount you jump, it's you hold on to it, and once you let go of the button to hold on to it, then she dismounts and then you jump, but that dismount counts as one of your jumps.
Oh, that's annoying.
That's wrong.
It is wrong.
Okay. Is that the only thing is like SpongeBob or Patrick different too?
I feel like SpongeBob jumps a little higher. I think that's how I was able to skip a third of
Okay.
Jellyfish Fields in the beginning.
Even with like a
The bubble rocket thing?
No, I mean you can jump and then do a little spin to get a little bit more height.
Yeah.
Didn't even need to do that.
Okay.
Patrick's more or less the same.
Except the throwing things has a red.
Patrick was more.
Except throwing it. So instead of throwing it and like the big this nigga eating beans in the theater hand pops up.
Yeah.
It's just a reticle.
Okay.
And like when enemies attack you, there's a reticle where on the ground it's gonna hit, as opposed to like in the original where you kind of just had to look at it and be like, okay, I think it's gonna be here. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
be
like
there.
the flying ones, the big
Like,
that throw the water
all of
bombs.
them. I guess the worst example of that is the Patrick boss fight when he spins in the circle and spits the goop everywhere. In the original, you're like, I don't know where any of this shit's gonna go. In the new one, it's like, here's where it's gonna go. Don't stand there.
Oh. That sucks.
Remaster suck.
And I beat the kelp forest. That's the
You're right,
worst
sometimes.
thing. I never beat the kelp forest in like 10 years of playing the game. It was
You can just skip it the whole thing, right? If you haven't just matched those
Yeah.
things.
and I beat it while he was the whole thing. I beat it when he was over at my house for like an hour or two.
Yeah, Caleb beating the kelp forest proved that he is smarter than he was 15 years ago.
I refuse to believe
The
that.
shade.
No, I refuse to believe that.
You refuse to believe that you've gotten better?
Yes. Stackination is the only way
What are you,
forward.
what are you,
No,
a
that's not
Luddite?
how that works.
You fucking Luddite?
No, I'll use technology.
Okay.
I myself won't advance.
Another example of like the
You're gonna go
remasters
caveman?
or the
Caveman.
reimaginings like being different is like RE2. You know,
Yeah.
RE2 going from like if they remade RE2 with tank controls, the game wouldn't have been as popular as it was.
Yeah, but the fact that like they remade the game in a completely modern way is
right,
what made it so popular.
like RE4,
Yeah.
Right.
where you can play it, anybody can pick it up and play it, and it'll still have the same plot beats as the original did. It just looks better.
That makes me think though. If they did do a Parasite Eve remake, I would want it to stay the same as it was, because that battle system is unique as hell.
You're right,
But it
it
wouldn't
probably
sell.
won't.
Yeah.
I bet you anything. You know what they would do? You're gonna hate me for it. They're gonna third birthday that bitch.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
third birthday?
It's
The
it's
third
sequel.
Parasite Eve game that was shit.
strictly for the PSP.
It's very Japanized.
It was like Mind Jack but worse.
I don't even know what the fuck Mind Jack is.
It was a third person shooter that allowed you to jump from body to body. So it was like Fear 3 but worse.
I don't think I know anything about Parasite Eve. I've seen you play it once.
It's like my favorite.
The battle system's really like pretty unique.
Well,
for
cause
what it
what-
is.
Probably my
isn't-
favorite PS1 game.
Because isn't Parasite Eve 1 like story and gameplay wise is good?
Yes.
Then you go into Parasite Eve 2, and
That's when things start
the
getting
gameplay is fine, but the story is
The
ass.
gameplay is Resident Evil.
I might get it completely wrong, but is that the
Taken.
one where the guy jumps out of the helicopter on
Yes.
Daniels, hell yeah.
Okay.
It's the end of the game.
fire? Okay, I watched the best friends play it.
Yeah. That's like probably my favorite horror game and probably my favorite PS1 game. What?
He gets spooked easily. That's horror for him.
I guess.
It's
Speaking
a
of-
horror
I
RPG.
listened back to the RE2 shit.
Yeah, right. Right, he's going,
The one where the liquor came out and Ryan he's like he's like freaking out and Derek's like calling him a bitch. It's funny.
I have problems with horror games.
Oh man, I'm so excited to play that again today.
I
yeah,
like
when
horror.
are we uploading Alien Isolation?
Never.
Yeah, Parasite Eve's
Give it
definitely a
to me, I'll
survival
do it.
horror.
No, we're not doing it
Why?
because it was an hour of one person jokes that went on for like.
Yeah, give it to me.
Dude, Lance Henriksen was in Korra.
I'll take out all those jokes and make them a separate video.
You can upload it as like here's the failed start of a playthrough. We're never
I don't
doing this again.
want it.
Fuck you guys.
Oh, fine. Fine, if you want to take it.
Just cut it to like
Don't
20. We'll
hear
cut it down to like 20 minutes to all the Lance
flashbacks.
Henriksen cum jokes.
Fuck.
We made a
Christ.
we made a lot of.
I'd be
Lance
long.
Henriksen's cum.
No, it's gonna be longer than 20 minutes.
It is going to be longer
We're
than
gonna
20
cut it down to
minutes.
20.
It's gonna be a 45-minute Lance Henriksen cum fest.
Lance Henriksen
That
compilation.
It's a Lance
that
Henriksen
first
Bukkake.
hour.
That's
That-
a great title name for a video. 45-minute Lance Henriksen Confess.
Oh, that's...
Or the name of my next album or something.
No, we were definitely. Like, there was a point where I was like, okay, maybe we should stop, but we're not. So
didn't.
let's keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because-
Well,
Go
so sorry. I was trying to identify like brands of humor in our group. Caleb's brand of humor is if you can bind Timon from The Lion King with Mushu from Mulan. That's Caleb as a person. Chance's brand of humor is taking one joke and doing it until it's not funny anymore, and then he
But it's
just
still
does
funny
it,
to me.
and then he just does it even more until it becomes funny. There was a long time years ago where anytime he made a joke, Chance would go ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I don't want to remember that. Fuck you.
Every
I forgot about that. It's fuck
every
you.
single time he made a joke, and eventually it wasn't funny, but then he pushed it to like a new threshold where it was like, yeah, this is pretty funny.
That's really accurate because being with Chance for 6 years.
He's only made one joke in those 6 years.
Yes. He'll to this day go like, yeah, like to me like just out of nowhere.
Oh, really?
Or like
I don't think I've ever heard that since I've started hanging out with you guys.
yeah, because he doesn't want to only wear alone just because it annoys me. and he'd be like, ah, and still scream.
To be fair, he was doing that shit when we worked together, and they still do it at my work to this day.
Really?
The university or anyone randomly just go, ah!
No, it was only you.
No, Greninger did it all the time.
Who was that?
Dan on the
Oh.
forklift. Yeah, you would just see him driving by and just hear like the sounds of like incoming noise and fading noise. Just ah!
I never heard him. I didn't talk to him that much.
And then also, if I make if I say anything about feet or like toes, Chance's eyebrows go like, huh? Because he thinks it's funny that like foot fetish is a thing, and he thinks it's funny.
I shoved my feet in his face a lot.
And I didn't think it was. I got annoyed and I got mad, and now I just think it's funny again.
He doesn't tell like you have to make like a moral life decision. It's like, is this gonna end our relationship or should I just let this be funny?
Yeah. And then my brand of humor is.
You alright there? You contemplating life over there, buddy?
That
I
means
will
Chance
not-
makes a conscious decision every day. Is this joke worth our relationship? And every single time he chooses yes.
Like before he hits the button, a screen pops out and says, "Just do it anyway."
I don't regret a single action I've ever taken in my entire life. Not once.
I can clearly understand that when you're over there able to masturbate on company floors.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That one, I regret that in a fucking heartbeat.
I did that in the bathroom of Bathroom Robbins too when I was working there.
Bro!
I said, fuck it.
You didn't wash his hands, and he just went to touch an
Yes.
ice cream and shit.
Yeah, wash my hands. There's
Oh,
the-
Give us some of that vanilla 2 scoop.
Vanilla 2 scoop dick. Anyways.
So how could you scoop ice cream all day and then work your wrists even harder?
Hey, that was before I'd scoop ice cream. I go in there, be like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Warm
Go
up.
ahead.
You were
Yeah.
jerking off on company time?
Yeah.
You're getting paid to come?
That's the life.
The boss makes 10 cents while I make a... No, the boss makes $1 while I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
I would
Hell
do
yeah.
that. I'd clock into my old work job and immediately take a 15-minute like.
Oh, I would
shit.
waste 3 hours in the morning before I started working. And one time, they like called me back to like the main office. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting 3 hours every day. And I was like, I'm just shitting.
I'm just living.
I'm just living. And they're like, you gotta stop doing that.
Instead of a 15-minute shit, it's a 15-minute schleck.
Yeah. Oh man.
Shucking the corn.
Although is it 15 minutes or is it faster? I guess it depends on how abused.
It's like
depends on-
it's like 2 minutes of hard work and then like 13 minutes of just
It's
contemplating.
like filling
why
out
you did
paperwork.
it.
It depends on how like
I don't
really
want to
into
know
it.
about the machinations of the whole
Really?
process, Chief.
Well, I mean, if you're whacking off in a Baskin Robbins, I think your big issue is dealing with the post-coital tristesse that happens afterwards.
That job was not like shitty, but the people I worked with were fucking.
You go in looking stressed, you come
insane.
out looking fine.
Yeah.
I'm ready for some ice cream,
'Cause,
man.
I mean, you could either do cocaine to get through the day, or you can just go
Jerk
into
off.
the bathroom for 10 minutes.
Bro,
Yeah.
I've never had a situation like that.
Because the job, cause
Cocaine?
my coworkers were
Dick.
fucking like insane. One of them was a girl who was constantly cheating on her boyfriend, and it was like I really wanted to say like when do you stop and think like, oh, I have a heart, I'll stop doing this, I'll tell my boyfriend. No, never did.
You know what the real answer to that is? Were you friends with her?
No.
That's not your problem.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's like if you're having this issue and you feel like you're okay with it, and it doesn't affect me directly in any way, I don't care.
No, yeah, I didn't care, but it was I didn't care.
You cared
about
enough to go masturbate in the bathroom.
That had nothing to do with it. I just needed to masturbate.
Were you cheating on me? How could you do this?
Just from an outsider's look, I was like, damn, you are a bitch.
Yeah.
So now I have to go to the
Chance,
bathroom.
what was her race?
She was white.
Yeah, white girls are out there goop.
Yeah.
Then there was another one who got married to her military boyfriend, but he went off, and then she cheated on him, and it's like, cool.
Oh, so you mean the usual?
Yeah, the usual. Oh man,
The
it
old
was
one
great.
too.
Yeah.
Is that what that is when you go to a restaurant? I'll take the usual.
I'll take the usual.
I'll take the usual. All right, sir. Please. We're gonna send you off to Iran.
We'll send you
let
off
us
to
know where
Iran,
your
we'll
girlfriend is, so we may appropriately have coitus.
Yeah, we will take care of her real
Sign
good.
these
Here's your
forms.
free copy of Shark Tale.
Yeah.
We'll build you a shed in the back.
Oh,
of your
build you a
shit.
shed.
We went some places on this one.
Go join
The
the real life RPG that is the military.
And then there was another guy there who thought that socialism would work with robots, and like he gave me this whole explanation.
He's
and I was
right.
like- and I was like, that, I don't know. It was really fucking.
Socialism
this
doesn't work
dude
because
was-
humans have wants and needs, and then I guess if they're robots, then
They don't have.
I-
yeah.
Well,
I-
it needs.
I heard the military
Yeah,
described
needs.
as real life Final Fantasy 14 because he was like, you have jobs, and he's like, so if you want to be an airman, you got to go to airman school.
Yeah.
If you want to be a medic, you got to switch jobs and level up your job. Like, so he
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
I'm
So
clocking
he's
out of
like,
this conversation.
You know what? I'm gonna join the military.
Yeah,
now.
so he's like, you have like real life time.
You
to
don't
allocate.
get special mounts.
I can't be a Dark Knight in the U.S. Army.
Yeah. and he's like, if you choose your job right, you get to go on raids and
Jesus Christ.
kill people.
Raids against some innocent little brown boy.
Gotta make sure you have your tank, clear the ads.
But it's a literal tank.
Yeah.